Well, hello. I'm stopping by here really, really quickly. Let me throw something over. I'm just going to quickly show. I will not be showing my face in this video because I should be in the bed. But one of my clients from across the pond decided that he wants to do a review. And yeah, because he wants to do a review, you know what I'm going to do? I'm doing it. So I am getting ready to go to bed and I'm just going to show myself very quickly. Okay, don't laugh. Okay, we are over here doing us some ass. Okay, you saw it. There you go. Hello. And like I said, I didn't get out of bed, but I'm on my way to bed. And I said, let's do this. So, either way, my guests will be here very, very shortly. If you want to know what's on my face, this is my homemade seaweed mask. You know, I wear makeup. And you know, some makeup have certain stuff in it that clogs your pores and do a whole bunch of shit to your skin. And this is my way of stopping that from happening. So it minimizes teas and keep pores from being irritated. And this is one of my secrets of how my skin stays so smooth, even though I wear makeup almost every damn day. Hello. They said that when you have skin of a man, your skin can't handle makeup. And there's more genetic women out here that have more breakouts and weird discoloration with their makeup than I do. So what would that say about me? Miss Thing, being say I was trying to come for me. But anyway, let me go in here and I'm gonna send an invite to my guests. And before I get into this, and we'll talk about this until my guests come in here. What I want to say is shout out to my supporters. Honestly, truly, there is a lot of tea. Hold on. There is a lot of tea out there. And I'm going to say this right here. Let me enter this. Let me enter his email. And I want to say this too. If you're out there watching, you do not have to get on camera if you don't. You could just have your mic open. And I'm sending it now. So, either way, like I said, I want to clear the air and I want to say this because, you know, I mentioned this before, but I guess some people catch things. I don't like when people try to push their own. Okay, he came here very quickly. I guess we're going to jump straight into it. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's all right. It's only just past 10 a.m. here, so I'm in morning mode where you're ready to go to bed.
Yes. So what time? You said 8 o'clock your time. So that was like what 11 o'clock. I could have called you then.
Yeah,
Damn.
I know. I was making things complicated, as you know.
Yes. So I said, okay, that's fine. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to go to bed. But of course, I don't need that much sleep anyway. So
Oh, can you
yes.
can you hear me okay? Because I'm not sure. Because last time I did a live stream, I didn't have my microphone in.
Uh-huh.
But this time I'm doing it off an iPad, so I'm not sure whether you can hear me. Well,
No,
obviously you can hear me, but is it clear?
yes, it's very clear. I'm gonna
Cool.
get here too. I'm gonna turn this off. Because you know the haters, they try to get teased, and I want to make sure that I do that first.
Right, cool. That's no problem.
Yes.
Right, I'm just trying to see if we can get into the live chat.
Yes, 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 yes.
Right, so so basically, do you want me to explain what was basically happening in my life and how I ended up hitting you up for work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Well, basically, what happened was obviously a lot of you know who've seen any of my videos. I'm actually a pagan witch. Well, I only use them labels to make life easy for everybody else, but um, so I've been generally progressing using witchcraft to progress throughout my life anyway. But I found myself last year in a stage where, I was living, I owned my own home. We had an apartment, it was paid for. Um, And it reached a stage where I wanted to advance and progress further, which was fair enough. And I've been obviously working with Spirit to do that over the years anyway. But we found ourselves in a position where, you know, I needed to sell my house, I needed to sell my home, I needed to expand ourselves, you know, but buy a bigger property, advance further to that next step. Well, as it turned out, just as we was kind of getting ready to, you know, putting the thought processes out there to put a house on the market and to look for another one, it also turned out my place, I'm self-employed and I work in a salon. They informed me that that salon was closing down and the partnership was breaking up. So it turned out that all around the same time, I had to start thinking, selling my home. I had to look for another home as well as set up my own business at the same time. And that was, I could do one or two of them, that's fine. But doing all three of them at the same time, are you still there? Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. But doing all three of them at the same time, it was going to be too much. All three, there would have been a lot of people to have to deal with. Whew. A lot of people to have to deal with, solicitors on my side, on the buyer's side, on the seller's side. It was going to get very complicated and very messy. And it's commonly known. I don't know whether you have this saying in United States, but buying and selling a home can be one of the most stressful things you can do. And at the same time, I found myself in a position where I was also having to find premises, set up as an individual business, and I was just finding all three tasks too much to cope with. And I've always been very stubborn when it comes to magic and witchcraft. I've never asked anybody for any help because I've always been really stubborn. I've always liked to do it myself. I'm not going to ask them. I know I've always wanted to prove to myself that I can do it. But I was sat there and I was thinking, I don't know how long it's going to take me to sell this house. I don't know how long it's going to take me to find another one. I've got to deal with it all. I've also got to deal with my current clients. So I've got my business, retaining my clients, setting them, establishing, working at the same time, as well as bringing money in at the same time. It was basically, the whole thing was filling me full of dread, basically. And I kept getting this whispering in me, just ask Persia. So I did. And I think it was around the end of August last year, I messaged you and I explained to you all my circumstances, what was going on, what work I'd been doing. This is what I want to achieve. And what was worrying me was some of the homes in the area where my house was. Well, it wasn't. It was an apartment. It was a ground floor apartment I lived in. All paid for. We paid for it. Some other apartments in the area had been on the market for up to 10 months. And I was thinking to myself, well, that's been on for 10 months. How long is my house going to be on the market for? It needs to sell fast. I don't want it to be a long, drawn-out procedure. Then if my house sells fast, I've also got to find a house. So I didn't want to find myself in a position where I'd sold my house, yet couldn't find a home that I liked, or I'd found a home I wanted to buy, wanted to get, yet couldn't sell my apartment. So it was all going to get it could possibly get messy. So I approached you with regards work. Obviously, I'm not going to say what you did. That's your business. You say what you did. It's up to you. It's not my business, So you messaged me back and I explained all my circumstances to you. And you asked me for some photographs of the type of home which I was looking for. Well, obviously, the home I got has been paid for, so we was expanding. So we was in a position to buy a bigger property. I wanted to keep it within my means, but we was in a position to buy a bigger property. So I wanted an older property. So I sent you some photographs of the type of property I wanted, and I was actually a bit nitpicky on them photographs. I was actually I'll probably be I probably aimed a little bit higher than what I could get, but only just a little bit. But I just thought to myself, if I just tap it just a little bit over what I want, and all the details. So, there you go. So I sent you all the details, and you told me you started doing my work. And I left you to it. I didn't bug you. I wasn't messaging you every 5 minutes. So basically, I'm gonna have to come to and from different bits now. So basically, it was about I got the date from which the salon where I was working. This does all connect. I'll come to it in a minute. The salon where I was working, I got the date that was closing down. So the following Tuesday, I was starting in my new premises. So as well as working and doing everything, I was also setting up a new business and blah, blah, blah. I explained to you I needed to keep my clients. I needed the money to keep coming in because I was more going out, and the whole thing could just be messy. So I got my date from when my last day of that place where I was working. As it turned out, after we spoke to the estate agent and put it on the market, after some illegal technicalities, the first day of viewings happened to be on that Saturday, which was my last day of my last employment. So I'm thinking, here we go, man, go once. So it was probably the Saturday was approaching where we was getting our first viewings in our apartment, and I was dreading it because I'm thinking there's other homes by mine. They've been up to 6 to 10 months. This is if their homes haven't sold in the current market. How's mine gonna compare? Is it going to sell quick? Is it not? I had faith though. Well, anyway, it was a Thursday before, and I don't know whether you remember me messaging you, but I was at home, and there was a sudden shift in energy in my apartment, and I was like, itching. I was like, oh, she's doing something. I knew you was doing something. I don't know what it was, but you'd set something in motion, and you were doing something, and I could feel the energy. A change in energy inside my home. Well, anyway, we'd got a phone call then off the estate agent to tell me he'd got 7 viewings for that Saturday. This was on a Thursday, and for that Saturday, he'd got 7 viewings. And I remember messaging you saying, I don't know what you're doing, but I feel the energy, and we've already got 7 views, and that is really good. Even a neighbour who'd been up for sale did not get that many views in one day. Well, anyway, as it turned out, it wasn't 7 views we ended up with. Come Friday evening, he let us know that there was 14 people come to view my house. There's a lot of numbers that was involved in this casework that he did for Miss Spell work. It seemed to be on 3s and 7s, and it was quite strange. Well, not strange, but you know what I mean. So anyway, he told us he'd got 14 viewings, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Well, I was at work that day. My other half and partner, he was at home. And he'd arranged all these viewings, 14 viewings, and lost my train of thought. Well, anyway, I was at work. So it was my last day in my current place of work. I was coming home. I had anticipation all day because I'm thinking to myself, here we go. I'm going to go home. People are going to be saying, oh, I'll buy it, yeah, but I'll offer you this much less than it was worth, basically. That's what I was dreading, or people messing around. So I was already a bit stressed out because I'd worked at my current place for a few years, and that was my last day, and it closed down. It was quite sad. The reason why it closed down is because one of the partners had actually died, and it was breaking up. So I moved premises and with another partner from our business, and we now work together, but we set up individually. So I got home on that Saturday, and I was a bit stressed out, knowing, a bit emotional because I'd left my old place. I was starting my next job. I walked into my apartment, and my partner was standing there looking at me, and he went to me, guess what? And I went, go on, tell me what's going on. He says, we've sold it. I'm like, what? And I was like, what? We've sold it already? Because I didn't expect. I mean, I said to you, it needs to sell quick. Right, it's sold on the first day. Right, compared to other properties that have been on the market for 10 months. Right? Basically, the first person come and viewed it, he said he wants to go and look at another apartment. The second lady come to view it, turned around and said at the end of the viewing, it was it was either a 10 or 15-minute appointment, and that was all backed in after each other. And the second lady came in and she said, and she walked in and she turned around and she said, I'll buy it, I'll take it, I'll give them the offering price, the asking price for it now. Now, we'd actually, the estate agent had actually marketed our apartment slightly less than it was actually valued because we wanted to get the attention to get the people in. And he said he wanted, you know. So the estate agent basically phoned us to let us know that this lady had put in an offer for the wants to give us the asking price there and then. And basically we said no because it was slightly less than it was worth, and we was hoping that more people would come in. That might be a bit of a bidding war, and we'd get value, you know. So we said no because there was a lot of viewings and there's a lot of interest in that apartment, and 14 viewers. There was a lot of, you know, interest in our apartment. So she turned around and she says, "Okay, then if you take it off the market now, I will give you this much money," and it was a chunk more, right? We were a bit stalkerish actually. We're like, who is this woman? Because she's just offered us, like, you know, a good percentage, a good chunk more than what we was asking just to take it off the market. She was a very professional woman, so we accepted. So first day, 2 views, sold it straight away. But he didn't tell me until I come home. He made me stew all day. So I was like, well, anyway, I sat down, I'm like, right, she's done good now. We've sold our apartment, right? As long as it goes smoothly, it has to go smoothly. And I was sat there. This is no word. I swear, this is the God's honest truth. I was sat there and I went, right, now she needs to bring the house to me. She knew what I was looking for. I told you what I was looking for. No word of a lie. My partner got his tablet and he went, yeah, what do you think of this one? At that moment in time, and I saw it and it was his house and it had gone on the market that morning, right? And I looked at it, and as soon as I was like, "That is my house. That is my house. That is fucking," you know. So we phoned up straight away, and it was literally down to the look of it, down to the beams, down to the little nitty picky things I was asking for, and I'm like, "Well, you know." So we had phoned up. We got a viewing for the Monday, and we were the first people to view it. What was strange is as we was walking up, as we were driving down this lane, I was getting goosebumps. I was like, I've been not, you know, when you get a deja vu when you feel like you've been somewhere before and you've got feelings and you've got memories of certain places. This was like a deja vu, but in the future. And I was like thinking, I'm seeing myself walking here. I'm seeing myself in this area, walking, going to and from work. And as we pulled up outside the house, it felt like my home. You know, I felt like I'd already lived there. It was a very strange experience. So anyway, we went in and the energy, it was just amazing. I walked in and I just knew it was my house. I felt absolutely in love with it. Well, part of the agreement years ago, I made with the divine and I told you that I needed this certain home. And if I get this certain home, I will give this back. And I wanted to do a lot for nature. And if I was in a position where I could do it, I was going to do it. So now I've got to come up good. So I've been doing a lot of work in my garden and stuff. Well, anyway, when I saw the garden, as you know, I work with Danu and you work with your goddess. And I think we'd included the goddesses in some of the work that I'd been doing and what you'd done. And no word of lie, I walked straight in my garden and what was a goddess? A goddess, she was sat there in my garden. There's a goddess statue. She was about 3 foot tall. And she was just standing there straight. And I was like, yes, this is it. All the signs are here. Obviously, at some point, another witch or pagan or someone that has practiced folk magic has lived in this house because just the energy that flows through it, the type of herbs and plants that are already here, some little symbols which are found on both some of the steps and the doorways. And I'm like, this is great because the house has been looked after. It's got a good energy to it. And obviously and I feel like I've come here and I'm gonna be able to take take over from where the last person took off, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So the energy is still going. So basically, I was walking around my property and I was like, no, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And I was pulling out the hair and I was leaving. And I wanted to I was spiritually marking this house as my own. You know, I was pulling hairs out in every room. I was biting fingernails and I was like spitting. I'm like, this is my house. No one is having this house. So we saw it. Well, anyway, put an offer in. And we had one person who was coming against us on the bidding for this house. As it turned out, the exact amount, literally down to the penny, the exact amount of money the lady who bought our property, the exact amount of money she paid extra to secure that apartment was the exact amount of money we needed to pay extra on this house to obtain it. So that was pretty cool because we wouldn't have had that money. If that hadn't have worked out the way it did and we'd hadn't found this house the way it did and we got the right amount of extra money to pay, you know, it was all fitting in and it was all going really smoothly. It was all going. So basically, that was accepted and we moved in. A lot of it was between Lammas and I think we did the work. Lammas had gone when I first started thinking about moving, and it was heading towards, it would have been autumn, fall, or the autumn solstice time.
Yes, yeah, we were going into that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when we started the process. Then around Samhain was when a lot of contracts, literally on Samhain itself, a lot of contracts and things started to be put to a close. Then my moving in date was Yule on the 21st of December. So everything was running in conjunction with the Sabbaths, which was pretty cool. I changed premises, that all went fine. At work, set up my own business, that all went really well. And now 100% completely independent, you know, sole trader. And you did good, basically. Everything you completely took the stress and pressure out of it. I even had clients and people saying to me, "How come this is so fast? This isn't normal. It shouldn't be this fast." And inside, I was going, "Yeah, it's called witchcraft," but but I didn't. I was just like, "Yeah, it's cool." But yeah. Taking on all three tasks myself, it was just going to be way too much. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not going to be an idiot and not ask for help because I needed help with this one situation in my life. So I asked you, and you came up good. I left you to it. I didn't bug you. When you asked me for updates as we were proceeding. I probably should have kept you updated more because you kept saying, "Oh, Adrian, I need an update. But I just wanted to leave you alone. I didn't want to be one of them clients who
Yes.
So all because I'm a pagan witch and I can do witchcraft myself, it doesn't mean that I can't ask another spiritualist or somebody else for help.
Right.
And that is what you did. And There's lots more to this this story, which I'm probably thinking, oh, we should have said that, or we should have told them that. But I will say to anyone who wants to hit you up for work, I would vouch for you 100% completely. You even sent me results. You sent me photographs and details of the work that you did.
Hello.
And although you follow a different, you work in a different area to me. I was able to recognise by doing my own knowledge and research, I was able to see that what you've done was some pretty good shit, basically.
Yes.
So there you go. It was brilliant. So I vouch for you 100%. Anyone who wants, especially if you want to find a new home, if you want to sell a home, if you're setting up a business, that's what I hit you up for, and you came up 100% on all three. It was brilliant. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me ask you this: how the house that you actually manifested, how close to it was to the pictures that you actually sent me, and was it the exact same house that you sent me that you actually manifested?
Well, it wasn't the exact house.
Mm-hmm.
The exact house, because I was trying to find a picture of a house that I want to see. This is where we got complicated, because the house that I actually saw was in a different part of the country, but that was the type of house that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how on earth is a house like that going to manifest for me in this area. But it pretty much did. It did. It pretty much to the age of a house, to the style of a house, to the decors, to how it is inside, to the age of a house. It was pretty much, pretty much spot on. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And like I say, the selling of it had to be quick, because I didn't want to find myself in it. Could you imagine finding your dream home, not being in a position to buy it until you've sold your own home, because that's where your finances are, and then not being able to sell your house? It was going to get very messy. It all had to work out. It all had to go into slot and to work out. And the whole procedure it happened in a very short space of time. It was bang, 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 bang. It was just great. It was brilliant. Yeah. I was really pleased.
Well, great. And I thank you for doing this testimony. You actually hit me up and was like, let me do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do the testimony. So I was like, okay.
Get me on. Get me. I can't actually see any. Is there any people watching it? Like, I can't see the comments.
No, it's two something here.
Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yes, and that's like 5 o'clock in East Coast. So no, they're normally up at like 6 o'clock. So in about a good 30 minutes they'll be up.
Right, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So am I okay to post this on my YouTube
Yes. And I was watching a video. I want to add to this. I was watching a spiritual video from a woman, and I won't mention her name, but it was actually a good video. And she actually spoke about how witches or spiritualists that are authentic should not go up against each other. The only witches that are going to go up against another witch is if it's the fake witches versus the real witches. And she actually was speaking about from where she's from, and where she's from, even if somebody practiced, let's say, Kabbalah, which is a certain type of spiritual stuff, and then someone else practices another ancient practice, even though they're two different types of witches, they would not dare do anything against that other witch, because that's considered treason. And it's so crazy to me, because I saw another video from an American spiritualist saying the exact same thing, and I'm like, oh my God, that is so true. So I'm saying all that to say, no matter what spiritual path you're in, you can still reach out to people that are on the same energy as you. If you're authentic, and that will still boost your energy up. It's not about, well, that's not a pagan witch, so I can't do work with that person. I can't,
I mean, I genuinely believe that when I first, although I've had a YouTube channel since 2013, I wasn't active on it or making videos until the beginning of last year. And that is when I found your channel. And I remember thinking, I knew something was going to come. I had a feeling there was a reason why I was being drawn to you and your channel. And as it turns out, that's why I ended up hitting you up for work. So it was obviously, I was obviously meant to do that. But as you said, with regards other witches going against it, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for witches to come after each other in that sense.
Right.
It doesn't. It's all show, isn't it? No. It's difficult to put it into words.
Right. You can't express it in layman's terms.
Yeah. Why would you bother? Because there's so much else going on.
Right.
But why are you interested in going after another witch for? Right. And to be honest with you, I am a firm believer in keeping your gob shut, right? And it's even when you was doing work for me, I remember during that process, I remember being in your room, in your live stream, and that's when the house and everything was going on. And I was desperate to tell, and Little Mer was actually in the room. And I think I made a slight comment about the house. And I mentioned something to him, and you turn around and says, "Adrian, you weren't going to speak about that," and I meant, and it was all going so well at the time, but I wanted to come on and tell everyone, and I wanted to start telling, but I was like, and I think there is a firm believer in keeping your mouth shut when you do your magic.
Yes, silence is golden.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I think even somebody else's negative thought process on what you're doing can have an effect. It's like the saying from small seeds do big trees grow.
There you go.
Like Chinese whispers. Okay, you may tell somebody you're doing some work, okay, and they might not do anything against you, but they may whisper it to somebody else, who then they might have. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes. No, and even there's witches out there that are what do you call it? Their goal is, and I'm not saying that on YouTube, but in real life, this is how witch wars start. There's witches that actually set out to try to counteract other witches' work. So if you come out and you say, yes, I'm doing a spell on manifesting a new house, a new job, and it's going well, and it's not fully manifested, that witch could then sit there and say, let me get that energy. Let me feel what he's feeling right now or she's feeling right now. And then they could put that in some work to fuck that shit up. And then you're like, oh my God, the work didn't come through. So that's why I always tell people, don't do testimonies until your work have manifested. Don't talk about your work until it has fully manifested. If it's not manifested yet and you're in the process, it could be messed up. It could be reversed.
Exactly. I mean, it's like I would imagine, take a group of women as an example, or one of them's after a relationship, after a man, after a husband. Not all friends are your friends, are they?
Right.
I mean? And you think they're your friend, but they're not. They will tell you look good in something when you probably don't. Just to say that continue to look better than you know what I mean. You can't always tell. So if I was a woman and I was trying to manifest a relationship, if I was, it doesn't matter, man or woman. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I wouldn't go up to my best friends and say, "Oh, I'm currently doing this work," because I wouldn't want them even thinking about it. Because that may influence.
It will.
A small choice or a decision that they may make, which could then affect what I'm doing. So you just have to button it.
Right.
And at the time as well, when I wanted to come on and I was dying to tell little Mo, and I ended up not being able to tell him what was going on. That was at that period in time, that was a height. You was having problems with other YouTube users, and that was at a height of, it was pretty rife at that time. So I wasn't going to speak about it or bring it in.
And some of the haters are already mad anyway because they think that I stole you from them, and that's why they were trying to go after the girl who used to come in this chat room, even though she's being fake and they're being fake. They were like, "Yes, we got one of her people," and I'm like, "Well, she was never one of my people because she never really supported me. She just came in my chat rooms to try to tell me off and tell me how to operate. That's that wasn't my people." So yeah, so they definitely would have tried to be like, let's mess this shit up to show him that he should have came here all along. No thanks.
I mean, to be honest with you,
witchcraft.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm saying no thanks to the food stamp witchcraft. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be honest with you, because
hey, Larry.
I've been quite public with how I've supported you in your chat rooms and videos, and I've said things, and I have been a supporter of you. And anyone who's not a fan of yours or you hate or whatever is going to watch this video and say, "Oh, he's just coming on to say that because he's a
Of course, yes.
I can't. There's nothing I can say to not make anybody think that. If they're going to think that, they're going to think that. But I'm not coming on here doing a testimony for you just for the sake of doing it. Just a lie. I've got nothing to gain from that. It doesn't make any sense at all. So it is what it is. You came up good, and that's what it is. And I'm not lying. It's the truth. So.
They could put some cards. If they're real witches, they could put some cards to see if the joke is there or not. Okay.
Exactly. But there you go.
Yes. Well, like I said, I'm so glad that you are that you came on here way across the ocean, and you are proof also. That's why I'm glad you did the testimony, because you are proof that regardless of where we are at, we can still do things for other people anywhere in the world, not just in America. You don't only got to be in California. You could be in a whole other continent, and you can still get spirit to help.
I mean, yeah, we're on a different continent, but in the grand scheme of things, we're not that far. You know what I mean? If you look at it from a broader scale,
right,
we're not that far from each other. But yeah,
right.
completely different land, different energy. Yeah.
Yes. So that's why I said nope. But it's always about connection as well. That's why I always tell people, this is why I do consultations, because if you don't feel connected to someone and you just want to get work done with them as a way of using them, it's probably not going to manifest. You got to genuinely feel a connection to a spiritualist to get that work to manifest, not just, well, I'm just going to go because I just want to sit. No, it's not going to work out. You have to go. It's like a doctor. You go to a doctor who you don't feel connected to, you're going to say, yeah, they misdiagnosed me or they didn't catch what was there. But you go to a doctor who you feel connected to, they get you good. And you're like, damn, I love coming here. I feel great. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't. You know my details.
Yeah.
You know my home address. You've got bits of paper with my handwriting on. You've got photographs. You've got. I wouldn't trust my details with just anybody.
Right.
So I felt like I could trust you with my information and my details. I felt like you wasn't going to do anything with, because you just wouldn't. What would you? You have an instinct, don't you? Your intuition tells you who you can trust and who you can't.
Right. And
anyway.
And I'm sure you don't do anything bad, so you don't I don't do cricket stuff, so I'm not concerned if someone's going to do cricket stuff with my stuff. You know what I mean? I don't trust people, but same thing with you. Yeah. You're not concerned about that because you're not a cricket person, so that wouldn't be on your mind and say,
Yeah.
So that also probably attributed to it.
Yeah. I mean, I found just in general life, and especially in magic and spirituality, I try to give more than I ask for.
Yes.
I like to try and keep in credit with my spirits. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So sometimes, if it's a certain Sabbath or something, I might do something and I'm just honoring. I'm not actually asking for anything. I'm just giving and saying thank you.
Yes.
And my spirits, from how I believe, and my spirits, they tend to come up goods when they see me working for what I want, actually putting that effort in. Then they tend to give it me. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I can't be lazy, basically.
What are your dogs doing? I hear your dog over there getting upset. He's getting attitude, or she's getting attitude.
There's two of them, and they're. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? There's two of them, boy and girl, brother and sister. They're now 5.5 months of age. They're going through teething, and they're just scrapping with each other. Yeah. Hold on.
Oh God!
There we go. Oh, can you see them?
Yeah, let me see. Hold on. There we go. Oh, what kind of dogs are they?
Their father is a Parsons Russell Terrier, part of the Jack Russell Terrier, but we renamed them Parsons Russell Terrier. So, but basically, the Jack Russell Terriers with longer legged. And their mother is a Chihuahua.
Wow, you guys have Chihuahuas over there? That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've recently had some work done. We've had some gardeners in because we've been doing a lot of gardening, but there was some stuff that we couldn't handle, so we got some gardeners in. And one of the workmen, who was a huge, massive guy, he was like a bear, he was massive. He came in with this tiny little Chihuahua, right? So there's this big giant bloke, massive giant bloke, and he came in with this tiny little Chihuahua, and it was his girlfriend's Chihuahua, and so he takes it to work with him. So basically, when the guy came round to assess our work, he must have told him that we'd got dogs and puppies, and he brought the puppy, and they've spent the whole 3 days running around the garden playing with this little Chihuahua. Even though they're half Chihuahua, they're huge in comparison. I mean, they're still growing, but compared to the Chihuahua, they were a lot bigger. So I think they're going to take after the father more than the Chihuahua.
Oh, so the mom is like a teacup Chihuahua then?
She's quite small. Yeah, she was quite
Yeah.
small and fluffy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a teacup. Yeah.
But you can tell the terriers because they've got that hunting instinct.
Yeah.
Um, whereas my pug, I mean, he couldn't catch anything unless it would have to fly in his mouth. Where these two are on the ball, you know what I mean? They're like, bay hunts. We're going to have to be careful. There's going to be a lot of training involved with them off the leads because they're the type that would go down a rabbit hole or go hunting.
Yeah.
So we've got to concentrate on doing a lot of training just to make sure they don't basically disappear down a rabbit hole or something.
Or get stuck.
Yeah, but the way forward with puppies is to get to life is a hell of a lot easier. I mean, I've had dogs all my life and never had any problems with them. But as puppies, these two have been easier because they've got the same energy level.
Yeah.
So where they're normally mothering you and bugging you, they're playing with each other. So
right.
I can leave. We've got big, long, secure garden. It's 140 foot long now. I've got a big secure garden. I can just leave the door open while I'm doing so. They're just running in and out. They're absolutely shattered by, after a few hours of running around, they're absolutely shattered. So I just like to wear them out and keep them busy at this age. So, but yeah, it's nice to give them a lot of freedom. So.
Yes, especially with a yard and for those small dogs too. They don't really need a yard. Small dogs could get the exercises, walk around the home, but with a yard, oh God, they feel free out there. They do.
But these little shits, pardon me expression, one of the characteristics of the dad's breed is digging, and they enjoy digging. All the load of things I've planted, they've dug up. I mean, I looked out the window the other day. One of the plant pots had fell over, and I was growing a pumpkin out of this one plant pot, and it fell over, and I'm like, the little bastards, they've got that. And
oh my God, they're selling pumpkin seeds over here right now too at Walmart. I said, I need to help get a garden so I can grow me some pumpkins.
I love growing pumpkins. Well, anyway, this poor pumpkin was being dragged up the garden by its leaves by one of my dogs. So,
oh my God. Did you ever see a show out there called Wishbone?
Wishbone, that's familiar.
It's the Jack Russell Terrier dog. That's why I had a Jack Russell Terrier too. I grew up with a Jack Russell Terrier. He was all black.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you watch that show, you will see it. He liked digging and he liked getting into mess.
Yeah. That's what he did. That's what these. I mean, these two are the type of dogs, even though they like to get into trouble. They're the type of dogs which you only need to change the tone of your voice slightly and they do respond to you. Whereas Bertie, my pug, he was a terror and he was a puppy, and you tell him off and he'd just ignore you, and he still does it to this day. He's spoiled rotten. He's had a happy life and I'm pleased. But where discipline's concerned now, he does what he wants when he wants to do it. but these two, I mean, I tell him to do something and he'll just like look at me. I mean, whenever I've got a toy and I've like, go and fetch, throw it, he's just like, look to me as if to say, what do you want me to do? Whereas these two, they like to play fetch and stick and they like tug of war, and they're typical little terrier dogs, where Bertie the pug is just not at all.
Yeah, I was going to say pugs are more lazy. I mean, I'm not trying to cut in, but I think they're lazier breed,
Yeah, it's true. They're a very loving companion breed.
Yes.
They're not the type of dogs which just nipped me. Sorry. They're not the type of dogs where you can go running and do a lot of exercise with.
No.
But if you want that physical companion, if you want a mate, someone who's always there and loyal, stubborn as hell, but pugs are brilliant. Pugs are amazing.
Yeah. My best friend growing up had a pug. Her name was Elizabeth, and she had I guess she had like a snout problem, so she would make this weird yeah. And then when she would sleep on her back with her legs up in the air, and it sounded like a grown man is in there snoring. And I'm like, is that the dog sounding like that? Oh hell no.
It's the scrost. It's the nasal tracts, isn't it? They have a scrost.
Yes. But she was so cute. Her name was Elizabeth. She was so cute. She was so chubby, like a regular pug. And she would be walking, shaking that little tail, and just like, girl, sit down.
Yeah. But these two are just soppy. They're soft little things.
Yeah, that's the girl.
No, this is the boy.
The boy. He is so
He's got
cute.
he's the one with socks. He's got long legs. He's like his
Oh, he's gonna be
uh,
kind of big.
yeah.
Kind of big.
Where the girl, she's got slightly stumpier legs and a stumpier body, and she's got the curly tail off the.
Look at her.
I know, they're amazing, aren't they?
She's gonna have a lot of attitude.
She's already going to be. She's already showed signs that she's going to be the alpha female.
Yeah, yeah, you can see it, especially when you lift up like that, and she's like, "Ow!" Like
Yeah,
I'm bored. Let me down.
even with Bertie, the boy dog,
Mm-hmm.
she goes up to him. The one who's 11, he's 3 times the size, 4 times the size of her, but she gives him attitude.
Mm.
So she's kind of like, if I give them all a treat, she'll take her, she'll go and hide it, she'll come back, she'll steal the other one. She'll steal that one. She'll go back, then she'll come back and she'll steal. She won't rest until she's got them all. If I'm giving one of them attention, she comes in and she muscles in and she pushes the other one out of the way. When I come in from work, she likes to be the one sat on my lap.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean, and the others have got to kind of sit to the side of me or down. But she's definitely the alpha female. I always tend to find that the female dogs do tend to become the alphas.
Yes, no, for real. That's why a lot of people, they say if you want real protection, get a female dog. Male dogs protect too, but female dogs will kill.
Yeah. Boy dogs are a bit more daft. They're a bit more.
They get distracted easier.
Yeah, where female dogs are, they seem to have their instinct to protect. They've got more passion. It's almost like they don't question it. It's really a strong protection instinct. Yeah.
Yes, because I grew up with pit bulls, like my middle school to actually graduate from high school, and the female, we had 3 in total towards the ending part, and the 2 males, they would get distracted. Like they'll act like they're about to attack, but the minute you play with them, then they'll start playing. With the female, we called her Left Eye. She did not play. If you tried to distract her, she's like, "Don't try to fool me, motherfucker. I know what you're doing. It's not working." But she was very protective. Yeah.
See, they're so loyal and they're so protective to the pack and enjoy being part of the pack. But it's just they're on the ball, aren't they? And they're watching, and they're protecting you and keeping all the other pack members in check. And
yes. And pit bulls are good with property too. They're very they're very good with property. Yeah. If they know that this is their home, they won't let nobody, not even your company. Like, I know you've come before, brother, but you touch something that's you're not supposed to, I'm getting at it. So they're very good with protecting the owners and property. So that's why we love them. They're
amazing. They get a bad rap. They get a bad reputation, don't
I know, because you see what people do. It's like Rottweilers too, and Dobermans, German Shepherds. It's like
Rottweilers. Adore Rottweilers.
Yeah, my uncle had a lot of them. Oh my God. Oof. It was creepy. They were big too. I guess there's different types of Rottweilers, like German German, and then there's another type, American or something. I don't know.
I think Alsatians and German Shepherds kind of get mixed up. Very similar breeds, but sometimes people call them the same name.
Who?
It's like Labradors and Golden Retrievers.
Yes.
People get them confused because they're similar.
Yes. Oh, I actually had a chocolate lab mixed with a pit bull. His name was Sooner. I got him in high school, but we had to get rid of him because when we moved, they wouldn't let dogs. Oh, that was so horrible. We had to take him to the pound. They put him down. I committed animal murder, y'all. Y'all have to forgive me. Oh, it was horrible. I couldn't sleep for like almost 6 months. It was awful. But he was so cute. He had like these chocolate brown eyes and black with like these brown spots, and he was so cute. His name was Sooner.
I mean, I love all animals. I love all dogs.
Yeah, all dogs. I like dogs. I don't really care for cats. I'm sorry.
Well, I was brought up with cats as well. I don't know. Cats are a bit more. But I don't know. Cats always think they're superior to you. I love cats. I haven't got one myself yet, but I was brought up. I always had them being brought up, and I always loved cats and dogs. I always like but it is a very different type. It's a very different type of relationship with a cat than you have with a dog.
I believe that. My thing with the cat, though, is the hair that sheds from them. I'm a little, I guess, germophobic with that, if you want to call it that. And also the fact that they scratch the litter box. and then they get on your bed. You know, they get on things. Like, to me, that's a little disgusting because the fecal matter, the bacteria is still in there. So I'm like, you're not getting on my counter. You know, so my cat would have to just stay on the floor. No, you're not getting on no couch.
We had
you know.
I know. We get wherever I want, don't we? I mean, when we lived in our apartment, it was ground floor. We had secure parking at the front and at the back. Well, we used to park our car at the back, and it was right by the back room window. And one of the neighbours had a cat, and it was kind of had a bit of a war going on with my partner. And he'd wash his car, and he'd look out the window, and there'd be the cat on the, walking up his bonnet. So he'd shout at the cat and basically tell, "Get out," and the cat would just be sat there looking at him. And so he'd rolled up some socks, and I remember he rolled up some socks and he threw the socks at the cat because he just washed his car. He didn't want the footprints. And my cat, no word of a lie, as he threw the sock, the cat just went, still stayed in one place, just dodged the socks. Right? So the other half went running out, and as he went running out, the cat had just vanished. By the time he'd come back in again, the cat was sat back a mess, staring at him at the window. And it used to wind him up all the time. There was like a little mini war going on between my partner and his cat.
Oh my God. Well, cats are gangster though. I don't think that cats are wimps, because I've seen cats attack people in person, and I've seen that. Like, a cat, if they sit on that couch and you come into someone else's house and you sit on that exact same couch, they will get you together. So I will definitely say they can protect you too. But
I mean, what's strange is if we have these domesticated cats and domesticated animals, but they're not that much different. I mean, some of our cousins are huge. You know what I mean? Could you imagine if that cat was a few feet bigger? You know what I mean? You wouldn't be giving it attitude. I'd be in a different room. You know? Right. But see, he was prey probably. But yeah.
Even with little dogs, like some people say, "Oh, you got a little dog. I'll get that dog together." It's like, yeah, but he's related to a wolf, and you go ahead and try to pick on a wolf. So go ahead. Let's see.
What happens. Yeah, I don't think people realise how big wolves are. I don't think.
What is it?
I don't think people realise how big an actual wolf is. People think they're the same size as an average dog. I mean, not. They're absolutely massive. You only need to go on YouTube and Google wolves.
Yeah, they're big. Yeah,
see them close to a human, and
yeah,
they usually fit your head in
the mouth. Yes. Very similar to a husky. Do you guys got husky dogs out there?
Yes, people do own them. Yeah, people do own them. Yeah, gorgeous animals.
They are. Their eyes are so.
Beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't get one. They're too big. Yeah, they're.
I know. It's you have to think about feeding them, don't you? And
yes, and their poop size, and it's like, no, that's too big.
I'll get dogs that I can wear out.
Right. Yeah. I can do the small dogs. His food. His food, I only get his food like once every 6 months because he don't eat that much. But a big dog, I'm like, oh no, I'll probably be going every damn Friday to go get some damn food.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, I definitely thank you for, like I said, doing this testimony.
You're more than welcome. Absolutely welcome. Like I said, I'll vouch for you 100%.
Thank you, and I'm gonna check out the new channel that you emailed me to of those people. I said, what? Where have I been? See, I get things so late off of YouTube. I'm like, where have I been?
I think there's a storm coming.
With these people or in general? Well, listen, I'm going to support them 100% if they are doing what you said they're doing. I'm going to support them 100% because it's about.
Check it out. Go back and watch the videos. Like just do it.
I'm gonna do that today. I said because I'm like, what? I've never heard of that. Yeah, there was a guy that was kind of doing that for a while, but I guess they got him together. I don't know, but a woman, she's not gonna back down. So I'm like, let me.
No. That's why I'm glad I don't do spiritual service. You will never. I can honestly hand on my heart say now. I'm not going to suddenly turn around in about 3 or 4 years, 5 years time and say, oh, I'm suddenly off. I'm never going to do spiritual work for the general public. I think that's because I don't do it, and I'm not coming in there claiming to be anything, and I'm trying to, I think it limits to how much people can come for me.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does. And
So
this is why they say too, when you decide to become a public figure, you're
mm,
open. People are going to be able
yeah,
to access your shit easy because people don't know this. When you get on Facebook and YouTube, even from your cell phone data, there's stuff that connects you to this account, and people can find your shit. As I said, I'm not afraid of nothing because I don't have nothing to hide. You find
no,
something on me, you're not going to find nothing crazy, you
no,
know.
yeah, 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 absolutely.
But some people, they'll change their name and act like, "Hi, my name is Boo Boo Boo
I've
Boo." But somebody gonna find your shit and they're gonna expose the head, girl.
I don't know who's who anymore. There's been that many channels. I don't know. Some people change for channel. They change for names that many times.
I know. Or they
I've
got
lost.
multiple accounts, like 15 different
I've lost
accounts. It's
track of
like
who's who or what's going on or who's where's. I don't know. I've like completely lost track. So
that's why I'm glad YouTube is cracking down on these trolls that are trying to make channels just to make money. You
yeah.
cannot easily get approved for monetization now, and even when you have multiple accounts, like let's say 5 accounts,
Mm.
honey, and you talking about the same shit, that is spamming, and they're gonna come after you. So I'm like,
Mm.
you better get
I
that
mean,
together.
I've got two accounts. That's all I've got. I've got this one which I broadcast from, and I've got another one which I just use. I used it for when I did a few live streams, and I
Yeah.
couldn't read the messages on my tablet. But if I logged in from a different account online, I could see what was going on. So that was the only reason why I set up a second account.
Right. I mean, 2 accounts I think is good. I think even say I think I even saw them say 3 accounts is good because you can have one for like cooking,
Yeah,
one for vlogging, and the one like doing something fun. But some people
yeah.
have like I said 15 accounts and they're talking about the same shit on all accounts, doing the same shit. And it's like, are these backup accounts? No, that's spamming.
How do you remember all these passwords?
Right. See, that's something too. How do you remember that? Like, oh, that's crazy to me. Like,
And then every time you've got a new account, you've got to link it to your Android or your tablet or whatever. So you've got it's no,
that's too much.
complicated.
Well, that's why I said I think some people are professional trolls. A professional troll have nothing else better to do, so they can make multiple accounts and troll people and stalk people. When you're a busy person like you and I, you don't have that much time
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say let me make all these accounts and do all this shit because it's like, where does the time go? Like right now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, damn, it felt like I just woke up and I woke up at 1 p.m. and it's like 13 hours I've been up. It don't feel like that. So
yeah. I mean, that is when I see like people like yourself who do spiritual work and other people who do spiritual work, it you do have to commit your whole life to being a spirit. You can't do it part time, can you? You
right,
can't.
no,
How because you need to be available at certain times of the day and certain areas to get certain.
yes.
It's a process, isn't it? And sometimes you've got to be available for a certain stretch of time here or so.
Yes.
I know. I won't. I'm not doing it. I do it for people in my immediate life.
Yes.
I do it for people, close friends that know what I do. They'll ask me. I'll do it for them. But no, I wouldn't do it for. Hats off to people who have the strength to do it. So hats
I
off to you.
well, my thing is when you're doing everything, like you're a tarot reader, you're an astrologist, you're a spellcaster, you're a teacher, you do cleanse work. It's like, what happens if you get 20 customers that book a reading, a cleanse, spell work, and a counseling session all at one time? How would you manage that? There's no way that you'd be able to manage that. You'd have to push somebody back or decline some people.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like, you got to focus on your craft. Like singers, some singers are actors, but
yeah.
you're not going to find a singer that says, I'm a makeup artist, I'm a singer, I'm a producer, I'm an actor, I'm a dancer, I'm a
No,
choreographer. Like you can't do all that shit and be considered serious. So that's what my concern is now. Everybody's an astrologist, everybody's a spellcaster. And it's like, but how do you donate or how do you give that time up to the craft and you got your regular life to live? Because you can't
yeah, yeah,
always
yeah.
you can't always be in that spiritual stuff. You got to get out because you will go crazy.
Oh
Channeling
yeah.
that energy, you will
Oh
go freaking crazy.
yeah. I mean, when it comes to different divination systems, like you were talking about tarot cards or runestones, or all the many different systems, when you get people come on and they do all this, they're like jack of all trade, master of none.
Yes,
I would
yes,
I would rather go to somebody who specifies in one or two systems and I
yes.
know have spent time in them systems than chipping into all these, then offering them all because you can't possibly you can't possibly be that good with that many systems.
No. Well, that's how you know a lot of people are here for the money. They're not here for the spiritual. You know, they're not here to help you. They're here to collect your coin because even like I know different systems of readings, but I will never offer them because I want to focus on what I love doing. I love doing readings through playing cards. Tarot cards, I love that too, but I really like looking at figures on the cards and in each card. I don't know, like I said, so I would never come out and say
It's what
offer.
you're drawn to, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would never be like, yeah, offer bones because I know how to do bone reading. Yes, I do. I taught somebody off of here how to do a bone reading. Yes, I know how to do reading from the smoke. I know how to do reading from a flame. I know how to do counter. Like I'm not here saying, hey, I offer these readings here. But so it's like what they say. The old saying is, the more you know, the less you know, or the more you think you know, the less you know. So it's like focus on something that you really are passionate about, and you can't be passionate about all those reading systems. Come on now, what are you really passionate about?
I think people just want to come across as being as all knowledgeable and all powerful and
high priestess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah.
The feeling of entitlement, the feeling, and we know what that is too. You know, not to cut in on people, we know what that is. If you were never given recognition for something you've done, then when you get older, you feel self-entitled, and I'm gonna call myself Big Mama and High Priestess because I'm the baddest, and it's like, no, Mama, you're not.
I've always been very. I like to see things for what they are. So if somebody says to me, "I'm this title," I expect them to be what they say they are. If then, to me, somebody who's like somebody who's a high priestess as an example, I expect them to actually be a high priestess in a physical, realistic. That's what I expect. You know, when somebody comes on and says they're a druid, I expect them to have gone through the processes of being a druid, and I expect them to have a community which they actually serve in real life, not just be I'm a druid, but okay, but you're solitary, you know. It's just totals people claim. I expect people to be what they are. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
If somebody says to me they're a high priestess, I want them to be a high priestess because I think that's great, and I want to. But when they're not, it's disappointing and it's angry. It makes you angry because it's dismissing the genuine people out there to compare them to people who aren't what they say they are.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And this is why people are not winning. I was looking at a video that wasn't spiritual of a woman who on her channel, she has like 700 and some odd thousand subscribers. And I'm like, damn, that's a lot of people. That's like my city and 3 other major metropolitan cities put together. So if you have this much of a following and they're each taking key to what you're saying, why is there no change? You know, because one person can make a change. So imagine if 780,000 people were doing that. Then imagine how good this world would be. So I was just thinking that though, because I'm like, I think that's that thing too. Like they're claiming to be something, but they're not really providing the tools to the people that are following them. So that's why they have all those numbers, but we're not seeing no difference. Like what they teach is I won't even go into it because people probably might know who I'm talking about, but what they teach is very, very important. And I'm like, if they really had these many followers and these followers are actually real people and they're actually taking key, then we would see some major changes going on, especially with the laws that are being passed now. So that's why I'm like, no, this person must be collecting money just to keep people trapped. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or feeling that way, like, oh, call me a doctor, when in reality you're really not. So the people are trying to match themselves up to you, and in reality you're on their level. So it's like a mirror effect. Like you're trying to match yourself up to the person who's teaching you, and they really know nothing. So ultimately, it comes back to you not knowing nothing. So then you're like, "Well, I'm doing what they're telling me, but we're not seeing no difference."
Yeah. So I mean, some people, if you call somebody out on a total about forgive themselves, it's not necessarily when if somebody's claiming to be something and I'm like, well, you're not. It's not me dismissing that it's not me saying that they don't have any form of magical ability. It's not me saying that they're not a witch. It's not me saying that they're not capable of doing spells. I believe that generally, but they're just not you're not this title, right? You're not this person. So, I mean, I believe there's a lot of people on YouTube who have got abilities, but they're not what they're labeling themselves to be.
Right.
So it's
And
not
I
that.
know this too. When we first learn something, it's kind of like when you learn how to let's say for example, tarot read. When you learn how to
Yeah.
do tarot card readings, you start to feel like you're a master at it. So I know this too. In the beginning of everybody, even when I first started out, honey, I thought I was the baddest bitch because nobody my age around my city knew anything about what I was talking about. So I'm like, bitch, I'm bad. But now that I'm older and mature, I know that the ones who say that they're the baddest or call me high priestess Malachi, in reality, you're not really that. You're just starting out. And because you're still in those beginner stages, it makes you feel good. You're feeding that ego still.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good to be called high priestess. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
how we're
Yeah.
going to
Yeah. And then you've got, like, with a tarot as an example, you get your intuitive tarot readers and you get your textbook tarot readers.
Yes.
Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a textbook tarot reader. If it works for you, that's great, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I'm intuitive, so I'm an intuitive tarot reader. So when I read the tarot cards, I know all the meanings of the cards, but your intuition's telling you a vision of, as the cards coming in, you're working with your intuition and spirit, and you're channeling as you're doing the cards. So it's different types. It's like I say, you'll get somebody to text, oh, I know all this, and I know. Am I going to comparing themselves to an intuitive tarot reader?
Yes.
Am I going about things completely differently? But what the textbook tarot reader needs to understand that an intuitive, they're not just going by what it says in the book. They're in channeling that energy and, you know, putting forth what the cards are saying that way. So you see a lot of people arguing, especially over the tarot subject. What's the right way of reading one? What's the wrong way of reading one? I don't do tarot reversals. I do not read tarot cards reversed.
See, a lot of people don't. See?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, it doesn't feel right.
Right.
And I feel like it's a new thing to read tarot cards reversed, but that's a very textbook thing. It's not an intuitive thing.
Right.
As an example, you use playing cards, don't you?
Yes, I do. I do. I love playing card readings. Yes.
They're the same each way up, aren't they?
So what do you mean by that? Like, are they?
The pictures on the cards are like mirror images. It's the same. If you turn it one way, it's the same. So they're not reversals. So reading tarot cards and reading playing cards, they're both very ancient, very, very similar. But I think they must have been connected at one point.
Right. Well, tarot cards are actually a form of playing cards. You know, they modeled it off of that. Yeah.
And they're not read with reversals. And me personally, I don't feel that tarot cards were designed to be read in reversals. If that's how people do it, then that's great.
Right.
But that's not. No, that's just not how I do it. It's like with rune stones, the blank stone, which some people call the Odin stone. That's a very new modern thing. And if I get a deck of, I'll make all my rune stones. Or I've bought some in the past, but I don't bother with the blank one. That goes. You know what I mean? That is like another modern thing, basically.
Well, that's why I like how you just said intuitive tarot reading is different from text. You see some of these text tarot readers, and those are the ones that would say, well, the Empress card showed up, and this card means new beginning, creativity, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, some people, when the Empress card show up, if you're reading from an intuitive point of view, it could symbolize that a mother figure is stepping in. It could symbolize that that person is pregnant. It could be symbolizing that that person needs to consult with a higher, a female in their life to get direction. So it's not all the same. And I'm so glad you pointed that out, because some people are like, well, I got a reading from her. And it's like, yeah, that's not really a tarot reader. I mean, because anybody can do that. Anybody can go get anybody can do that.
Yeah. I mean, if I've got a friend around and we're doing a quick reading, I'm shuffling my cards and she's talking. I'm like, we're talking. Then suddenly, bang, I know when to go. And it's not a set. They don't need to touch my cards. Nobody needs to touch my cards. Like I say, because I'm not doing it that way. I know when to deal with cards. You know what I mean? And the conversation that we're having, the cards that I'm putting out, and then channeling my intuition. That is how I read cards. I'd find it very confusing doing it the textbook way.
And how do you explain that? Because I mean, playing cards, there's no textbook for playing cards. It's really up for interpretation. No. But it's like, how would you read the card off a textbook? Yeah. If someone say, Adrian, find me a job, and then you pull The full card. How would you interpret that off the textbooks? Would you be like, well, there's a fool coming in to
Well,
trick you?
the
Like,
thing is that there's going to be like a huge big paragraph of about 100 different possible interpretations of what that card could be. And if you're not intuitive, I don't know how you're gonna apply that to the read. I don't know. I just
right, that's what I'm saying. How would you apply that to the reading?
Exactly. I mean, if you're consulting with someone and you're getting a gist of what's going on in their lives and what's happening, you kind of know what area you're going to go down. So you pull that card and you're like, bang! I know what that's trying to tell me. So yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Intuitively, you will know exactly how that would build in with it because you're analyzing the situation. But if you're going off the textbooks, it's like if you pull a card that has nothing to do technically what they're asking, how would you explain that? Or would you lie? Would you lie and say, oh, this card means that? So I don't know. That would just be weird to me. Like, how do they do that?
Exactly. I mean, if you follow your intuition or you channel spirit and ethics, you can also, I mean, a lot of people use tarot cards as spirit communication as well.
Yeah.
So, which is what I do that as well. So, if you're a textbook, you've not got that ability to fall back on if you're just a textbook tarot reader. So, I mean, well, I've seen people do it. I mean, sometimes tarot reading, if you see the spreads that people can do them, some of them are very elaborate, aren't they? And very time consuming, very like, a whole table in it. So don't get me wrong, it looks good, it looks amazing, it looks nice, but I just feel like it's a very long-winded way of going about getting your answer.
Right.
And
how are you giving a reading on all of the tarot cards too? See, that's what I was asking too. If you use all the cards in the deck, you asked a question about the job. So here you go. So I pulled up this card, then you pull another card, this card. It's like the odds of you, that's why they give it so many cards. Like some cards have 120 cards, some have 78. Is to make the odds slim to none so that the cards you are pulling up would accurately tell you what about the person's situation. Now, if you read all the cards, that's a common thing. And of course you would get the reading correct. Because you read all the cards, all the possibilities, and the person said, oh, shit, you're right. Duh, because they pulled all the damn cards. But now they only pulled 13 cards out of 78, and all those cards depicted what you're asking, then that has to be accurate because 13 out of 78.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, another thing that I find difficult is some people are really boring, aren't they? You know what I mean? They're just boring people. They've always been boring people. And there's nothing wrong with that, but they don't particularly go out the way to do anything. They don't particularly go out, they just exist and they just plod along and they're quite boring. Yet all of a sudden they might get, I'm going to go and get my tarot cards read. But what do you want the tarot reader to tell you? You know what I mean? If you're a very boring person and you don't go and you don't do anything, how on earth is 78 cards supposed to fit into your life? You know what I mean? What?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
But once again, we talk about the witchcraft parlor trickery, and that's the new thing. And that's why I'm kind of glad things are being implemented. And the information that you sent me, I'm gonna check that out, and I hope they are legit. Because we need to be we need to clean up on here because it's stuff you look at and you're just like common sense. Even if I wasn't an occultist, or I didn't know anything about spiritual, that wouldn't make sense to me. Like, how is that even possible? How I don't know. That's just it's crazy to me. So yeah.
But check them out. I'm just glad I don't offer spiritual services, so hopefully I'm going to slip under the radar. I'm only a tiny little child.
Well, listen.
I'm only tiny, so,
well, listen. Like I said, stick to what you specialize in. I could definitely do readings, but I specialize in energy work. That is case work. Even though I do offer readings, I don't really try to push it out there. With you could do magic stuff too, but you prefer to give readings. So that's what I said. I like people that are offering things that they specialize in. You can't be a tarot reading and an astrologist and an energy worker and then say, I want to do all that work, because then you're always in the spirit world. And then how are you coping with your real life? And typically those are the ones that have their own little skeletons. And like I said before, that's why that shit is coming up now. Because those are the ones that are trying to cover up like, no. You're doing all this shit because you're trying to collect coin,
Mm.
because your spirits are not bringing you the energy clients because you can't do energy work because you couldn't get your own energy together. You're offering all these types of readings to give other people clarity, even though you can't give yourself clarity. So it's like you're trying to collect coin, and that has to stop. We need
I mean,
we need a fixing in society. We don't need no more bullshitters teaching other people how to stay a bullshitter. We need real change. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I've also got to be careful how I say this now. But as an example, if you get people that are coming on here saying I've been doing this for so many years, and I do have criminal records, it makes me. What was you doing back? If you've been doing it so many years, then you were also doing it when you were taking part in criminal activity, right? So, what was your reading? Did you not do a tarot reading to say, oh, if I do this activity, you do it before you do a spell, you do a reading to see what the results would be, right? So, why can't I do a reading? Hey, if I do this crime, what are the results going to be? Then I wouldn't have ended up in prison, right? But I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it.
Right. No. See, that's what I'm saying too. That's what I'm saying too. If you've been doing this for 30 years and your last criminal record was 5 years ago, uh, like how did you manifest your things? Why did it not work for you 5 years ago? But that's why a lot of them, they wanted to keep that shit a secret. They were trying to keep it a secret to make it seem like it's all magic. And that's why they call people like me fake and fraudulent. When they see action, they say, well, let me see if I can break this down. Maybe she did that. No, it's actual magic, but you don't understand that because you're not used to real magic. You're used to conning people and doing your own little physical workings. Like my people flagging videos down, getting removed, then come out saying, oh, Shun got you together. And it's like, but you've reported that video. So Shun is lazy? Oh, Shun don't really have no spiritual power? I mean, magic is in the spirit realm, not the physical realm. So if you're really magical, you're not going to be in the physical realm doing shit to do the magic stuff. You're going to do the physical stuff to set it up, but you're not going to actually go out and do the work for the spirit. So girl, bye.
Yeah.
I can't.
I mean, twice I've seen it in other YouTube views. I've came onto YouTube and they've made a video, obviously and blatantly gloating because they feel they've achieved something over another subscriber. Over another broadcaster, and I always cringe when people come on doing a gloating video, because to me, when somebody comes on gloating, oh, we have done this and I've done that, and blah blah blah. To me, there's only one way to go. When you come out and you're publicly gloating about something, to me, it's a very dangerous do, because you've got to hold your head up high when things go wrong, because 9 times out of 10, if you come and you gloat about something, it's going to come back and kick you in the arse.
Of course.
And twice I've seen some people come on and gloat about a certain subject, and what they're gloating about has happened to them.
That's why in magic we say silence is golden, because if you do something to somebody and it happens back to you and you don't talk about it, no one will ever know that you were, but if you say that you did something to someone that didn't happen to you, now you look like the fool and you're going to be exposed for a fraud. So now you look stupid.
Yeah, so keep your gob shut, you know what I mean? And then you can hold your head up high, you know what I mean? So you haven't got to explain yourself to anyone, then, have you?
Yes.
So you don't have to justify yourself to anyone. So
good morning, success.
Oh, somebody popped in.
Yes, there's a lot.
Oh, is that?
Yes, it's Keontae, Tasha, and Melly.
I always say Melly. When it comes to my live stream, I always say that. That's your fault.
Yes, Melly. It just reminds me of a song. Like I can hear like a dubstep song, like boom, 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 boom. I can hear that. I see like Melly, jelly, shake the Melly, jelly.
Yeah. Oh god, you do the same. Was it? Who's the other one you used to do it to? Is it Tango?
Tangalang. Oh my god. Yes, Tangalang. Pootie Tang Tangalang. Oh my god.
That's the one, yeah. I know, it's funny. It's crazy.
But Melly stays there because I think it rhymes with everything. Jelly, Melly, Kelly, Deli, Belly. Like it rhymes with everything, so it's easy, So it's easy to be like Melly.
So, oh god.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to sort these puppies out because I think they need
yes. Yes, I'm like, they want that attention bad. I hear
Yeah,
them over making all the noise like,
yeah.
yeah, I want that attention, Papa. Where you at?
They're chewing a rawhide dog shoe. So,
Oh my God.
yeah. So when he lost his carrot. Anyway, I'm gonna have to cut it there because
Yes.
I could talk to you for hours and I'm not going to. It's now
Yes.
11.
Yeah, I want to
So
talk about something. I'm gonna go to bed. So
yeah,
yes.
there you go. So thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on and do my testimony. Like I say, a badge for you 100%. You're 100% legitimate in what you do. People can say that I'm just a supporter, and I'm saying it because I'm a supporter, but I can believe what that like. It really doesn't matter. And there you go.
Right. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you have a good day over there across that pond.
I'm going in the garden.
All righty. Bye for now.
See you soon. Bye.
um. And if there is anyone out there that's like, oh, he only did his testimony because he's a supporter, well, then everybody who come in this live feed would have come on here and did a testimony. Girl, bye. Okay, but I'm glad that's over. Thanks so much, Agent, for stopping by and sharing some tea. There's a lot of stuff that is coming out, and our prayers have been answered. Can we say that? Can we say our prayer have been answered? Hello. Okay, you almost slipped in the shower. Melly was smelly, Melly, let the you see that, Melly, let that belly. See that right there? What I want to talk about before I go, y'all, because I'm supposed to get up at 8 o'clock. I'm going out, and I have an in-person consultation. Thank God that's not too far out from my city. And so, yeah, I'm supposed to be up at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna get like 4 hours of sleep. I don't care about that. I'll come back and sleep. And then I have to go out again at like 7 o'clock for another consultation. But either way, shout out to my supporters. And I always say this because you really, really, really mess with me, okay? And I mess with you. And as I said before you get spiritual work done with people, you have to really feel connected to them. You have to really feel connected with them. And this is why I do consultations, because I have to get on the phone with you and I have to feel your energy and also where's your state of mind at. Some people, I won't say they're delusional, but they're going through things in their life that makes them break down mentally. We call that a mental breakdown. And when this happens, it makes them become desperate. I don't do magic off of desperation. I'm gonna put that out there. If you are a desperate person, I'm not gonna offer you work just because I want your money. There's other things that I do, and I'm gonna link this together too, because I was highly offended by email that I got today by one of my sisters out there who claimed to be a supporter of me. And if you are supportive of me, then you are connected to me. If you are connected to me, you know where I'm coming from, regardless of what I say and how I say it. But I received an email from someone, and they keep bringing up if I'm possibly offended that they did not get casework done with me because they could not afford to get it done. Now, let me tell you why I was offended by that. Because to me, the way I took it, as if I'm so upset at you that you couldn't afford to pay for my casework because I need money bad. Now, I want to clarify this. I get people that send me donations, enough of them that I get each month that I don't have to work. Technically, let's be totally honest right here, right now. Let's lay it out here. I have enough supporters that send me donations, which mean they don't expect work in return. They see what I'm doing and they support me to where I can stop offering casework right here, right now. I don't have to do no other work, baby girl. To be honest with you, I have not done my other job since Wednesday of last week because I've been so busy with casework. So I will never be upset. Mystic Persia, Two-Spirited Mystic, whoever, whatever, me. I would never be offended if you cannot afford to get casework done with me. I think my casework is very affordable. I think I'm underpriced, but I know that a lot of people are going through financial difficulties and I want to see you win. I want to see you win. Okay. So with that being said, don't ever assume that I'm offended or I'm upset because you couldn't afford my casework, because I don't need your money, to be honest with you. I don't need your coin. I have people that send me donations to where I don't have to work. I do other things, girl. I'm trained. I went to school. Girl, United States of America, baby girl. I pulled out student loans, girl. I'm registered with Selective Service, mama. I don't have to come on the internet or stand on a corner and panhandle and beg for coin. So I want to get that cleared. Okay. I'm not offended if you could not afford to get work done with me. In fact, you lighten my load. Because, like I said before, I'm currently doing casework. I've been busy with casework since last year, January. Every day, every day. If not every day, I've taken a day or two break because some work require a lot of energy. And like I said before, I don't only do candle work. I can't vouch for that. I can't go into how you feel when you do candle work. I do other things. Candle work, you probably could do candle work and not feel energy drained. Yes. That's why I say when people say, yeah, when I do work, I don't feel drained. It's probably because you're doing candle work. That's not really that draining. I do a whole series of work, and this is why people are getting what they're getting. They're actually winning because we don't just do candle work. That's energy. Candle work is done to add energy to the work or to add offerings to the spirit. Candle work is not the only way or not the most important way to make permanent change. And that also goes to why a lot of you out there manifest a job and you lose that job 3 months later. Candle work alone will not give you that. Honey, spirits do not operate off of basicness. Candle work is basic. Okay, so that's all I always say. Get up out of that, honey. Candle work is cute for beginners. It's cute for as an additive. But if you want to do real magic, you got to get down with those spirits, baby. And candle work is not that. You got to get in with those spirits, honey. You got to get in with those spirits. And that's all I'm going to say. Because like I said before, I do not feed my enemies. So I want you to know, like I said before, when you pay me, you know, it's underpriced. You're paying for my time. You know, let's get into my $360 casework because this is what this person keep bringing up and saying, I think you're upset about that. You're not the only person that I dealt with. Since the last time that you actually hit me up for work, I've already done 20 cases since then. Okay? So you're not the only one that I talk that I do casework with that I would even bring up or mention. In fact, when you're not doing work with me, I forget about you. I said this before. I don't have you all on my mind all day, every day. I do work. I got to get my mind in that state and in space to do that work, to achieve that work. If I got a client that comes to me right now that's losing their home and they need to be saved and or they might be going to jail for 10 years, you think I'm going to sit here and worry about your ass because you girl, and we're not doing casework together, but you think I'm sitting to worry about you because you're trying to get back a long lost love that probably don't want nothing to do with you? You think that I'm going to put that serious stuff on hold or take my mind off of that to deal with you and your situation? And that goes into egotistic or being arrogant too. And that's what's wrong with a lot of you people. You will never manifest spiritually because you're too into the physical. You're too egotistical. You're too arrogant. You think that everybody, it's me. And it's not about you, sis. It's not about you. Not all the damn time. It's not. So like I said, to not go too crazy, because like I said, I think I'm being trolled. And to the girl that's pertaining to you, I think you're trolling me. Because I could give 2 flying pennies if you decide to do casework with me. I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm busy. I'm doing work. I'm booked. Okay? So don't make it feel like, well, you need me, because that's what you're saying in other words. When you say that you feel like I'm upset that you couldn't afford to get my casework done. Why would I be upset about that? I'm not pressed for money. I'm not pressed for that. Why would I be upset about that? So like I said, that is you projecting your own tea onto me, and I'm not okay with that. And that's why I'm speaking out against that shit. Because thoughts have power and words do too. So I'm sending that shit right back to you, girl, if you're trying to push something up on me. Okay? Another thing too, don't send me multiple emails back to back that you could have all put in one damn message. That's trolling. That's spamming. And you're blocking up my messages. Okay, send me one email. Let me respond back to you. If I've not responded back to you in about 2 days, because that's my average response time, then you send another one. Don't be like, hey, this is what I want to do. Hey, you know what's going on? Hey, I think I changed my mind. Hey, I think I want to do this. Hey, I think, because like I said, that shit is starting to irritate me. I'm starting to get irritated off of that. That's the only thing I'm upset about. I'm not upset about anybody not wanting to get work done with me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, girl. I'm here to help people that want to actually win. And obviously you're not ready for that. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to let you project your shit onto me. And I'm not going to sit here and let you annoy me. Because like I said, going into an example, someone hit me up for work. I explained to them, if you don't got the money to get the work done, hit me up when you have the work. Now, I could have been a thirsty witch, and I could have said, why don't you go get a loan? Why don't you go borrow money from your friends or something? Why don't you go pawn your jewelry? Why don't you go donate money to a bank, blood to a bank so they can pay you? I could have did that. But instead, I said, no. When you're able to get the money, sis, hit me back up and we do the work. And I kid you not, I've got an email almost every day since then saying either is this work going to work, or I hope you're mad about me not doing the work. And it's like, why do y'all say that? I don't care. There's a lot of people out there, and I could say names if I wanted to, but I don't do that because I'm about confidentiality. There's a lot of people out there that have actually sent me emails, that have actually done consultation, that claimed they were going to claimed that they were going to get work done and have not got work done. I'm gonna hit you up next week. I'm gonna hit you up on Tuesday. I'm gonna hit you up on Saturday. If anything, I'll be more upset about that than with your situation, but I'm not upset about nothing at all. What I said before, and I will continue to say, I work with spirits and I listen to spirit. If we do casework and you some come up and you said, I can't afford that, I'm not upset about that because I know that that spirit saying at this time, you're not ready for it. And that's the reason why I said a lot of these spirituals don't work with basic people or people that need you to walk them through everything, or people that need you to explain shit to them from the bottom to the top. You are a grown man or a grown woman. If you don't understand the process of magic, the basic processes of magic, then you need to be taking a class and not getting casework done. And I will continue to say that. If you need me to explain to you every single thing about magic, you need to get classes on that, not get the work done, because it serves you no good. It serves you no good, honey. Going even into, like I said, people, I think I'm going to, don't do that. Go to the blog spot. You can purchase your consultation if you've not had one. And if you have had the consultation, you go ahead and you can go ahead and you can purchase the actual work. And we go from there. But you don't have to email me and let me know that you're doing that, because like I said, I do casework on the daily, and that my email is open for people that are getting casework done with me, because some things are very important and I want to be able to have access to that. But unfortunately, when I go open the mailbox, like I said, I got some people that are trolling and are you upset that I didn't get work done with you? Why would I be upset about that? Did I tell you I was upset? Because I don't have no problem telling you if I get upset or not. So like I said, now I'm starting to think you're trolling me. Now I'm starting to think that you're trying to be in a nuisance, that something is going down mentally. Maybe you're not purposely trying to troll me, but you're starting to have a mental breakdown. And that's not a good thing. So, like I said before, Mystic Persia is never pressed. I will never make no threats to you. If you don't pay me for no casework, I don't give a damn, honey. Okay, I don't care. We'll set it out here. I don't care. If you decide that you cannot get work done with me for whatever reason, keep it moving. Ain't nobody upset about that, girl. Like I said before, my mind is on other stuff, honey. I got my spiritual life I got to lead, and I got my private life I got to lead, girl. You are not in that if we're not doing casework. So I'm not sitting here and saying, I wonder if she's going to hit me up today. I wonder if she's going to get me. No. We already said this in the first email. Back to this girl. We already said this in the first email. When you're ready to get the work done, reach out to me. You don't got to check in and see my upset or anything. I feel that you're upset about it. If I was, why would that matter to you? What would you do about that? If I was upset about you not getting work done with me, what would you do about that? That's just a question. What would you do? Nothing. Exactly. So focus on your situations now. Focus on getting out of your situation and or working towards getting money to get your casework done. Stop putting those thoughts in front of that work, because that's going to create blockage. Like I said before, going into the fake spirituals, they can take all day long, and that's not going to create blockage. I could still get that work done. Girl, bye. I want to see some real testimonies, not no email testimonies. I want to see faces. Okay, accurate people saying that they did shit, because your life don't prove it. We can sit here all day and pull up receipts on my stuff, girl, where I started from and where I'm at now, even going back from 2011 to now. And we all go through hurdles. But thank God I was smart enough, and thank God that my spirits had my back, that when hurdles was put in front of me, that I managed to get over. And with that comes wisdom. As I said before in the Bible, we can give this scripture right now. Can we get into it? Can we get into it? Because, you know, I like bringing up scripture, because the Bible is the oldest book of magic, the book of spells. You know, people out here, they write books on it, $20, $19. You got video people out here offering classes on spells and shit. Magic, the Bible, and the Quran. Not just the Bible, the Quran too, honey. Because you know the Quran deals with the I won't say darker aspect, but it deals with the flip side of to what the Bible deals with. Hello. But let me give you a scripture that will let me give you a scripture that Ephesians. We all love Ephesians, don't you? Don't you? I love Ephesians. Y'all like Ephesians? If you don't like it, you're gonna like it now. King James Version, Ephesians 5, verse 15 to 20. Grab out that Bible. Pull out that Bible. King James, honey. King James Version. Now, more power to King James, honey. He was a homosexual. Shout out to my gay brother, King James. You know, let's get into it. Ephesians 5, 15 to 20 says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. That means when you are going through situations, you live in that situation, honey. Fools just go through situations and try to walk past it. They don't go through situations and try to, you know, cope with it, or what they call live in the now. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Now that scripture right there speak about you don't got to get drunk or high, because spiritual high and spiritual drunkenness is where it's really at. Let's talk about that. Speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for all things unto God and the Father in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Now, we're going to talk about what Jesus Christ says. But either way, you're a fool if you're not evaluating your circumstances. If you want to look up circumspectly, look up what circumspectly means, honey. It's two different words put together. Spectly comes from something, and circum comes from something else. Let's talk about it. So if you're not worrying about your life and what you're dealing with, but instead placing it in other places, honey, you are a fool. And this is why you will not win. Fools don't win. Fools don't win. In fact, it speaks about actually being a fool, and how being a fool will get you killed. Lack of knowledge is what kills people. Should I pull up that scripture too for you? What? Okay, come on, let's get into it. Hello. Even going into where people said the tree of knowledge is what destroyed Adam and Eve. They bit from the apple of the tree of knowledge. Now, we all know what that stands for. And the serpent. And think of a snake biting an apple, what that would look like any damn way. But knowledge really means knowing knowledge and or know ledge. So you not knowing that there is an edge. So continuing trying to know everything is actually, that's wrong. Trying to know everything. Like, you're not going to know everything. You're not going to know how doctors do their surgeries, how teachers teach their classes. You're not going to know that stuff, honey. And you trying to do all this stuff, that's where you make a mistake at. But going into Hosea 4:6 or Hosea 4:6, can we talk about it? Hello? Come on. I'm going to actually pull up Hosea 4, and we're going to do Hosea 4. We're going to do Hosea 4. We're going to do Hosea 4. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to get the whole, I wanted to do the whole thing. Damn. Okay. I guess we'll do that. Hosea 4:6. We'll do that. How about that? We'll do that. Hosea 4:6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt not, or that shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. And this chapter also speak of why a lot of you don't have no magic power, and you will never have no magic power. Because going into God and all that good stuff, that we could break that down to, we're speaking about a consciousness, that energy. You got to tap onto that main line, sister and brothers. And a lot of you don't have that because you've been forgotten. You've been blinded. But like I said before, the people are destroyed by lack of knowledge. And people don't listen. As I said before, I'm not coming to you for guidance. I have my elders for that. Hello? I got my elders for that. I'm not coming to you for knowledge. So you're coming to me for knowledge. So why am I sharing with you what I know and you not listen and then say, well, it's not happening. It's not. Mystic, I thought you said it was going to happen. Well, you didn't listen to everything I said, though. You can't make the cake how you want to make the cake, Anime. Anime, you can't make the cake the way you want to make the cake, sweetie. If the cake says 300 degrees for 25 damn minutes and you grease that damn pan, you can say, well, you know what? I kind of want the cake to cook in 10 minutes. So let me put up to 420 and let me go ahead and not put a grease pan and I'm going to cook for 10 minutes. And then when the cake doesn't come out correctly, you're going to hit up and try to sue Betty Crocker and or the person that gave you the damn receipt. Or excuse me, recipe. Girl, bye. You better sit down and have several seats. So, as I said before, and I'm done because I need to go to bed. Okay? Please don't check on me to see how I'm feeling about a situation. If I'm feeling about a situation a certain way, I will let you know that. Because who gonna check me? And what you gonna do to change it? If I am, going back to, if I am upset about you not being able to pay me, because I don't know why would I be so upset about that, as if I need your money. No tea, no shade. Like, you came to me for assistance and I'm here to help you get your goal. Okay? Why would I be upset or pressed that you can pay for that casework? Maybe you're upset that you can pay for that casework and you're trying to project that, because that's what it sounds like to me too. It sounds like to me that you're upset that you can afford the casework and you were trying to get a cheaper price, and now you're projecting to me. Well, are you sure you're not upset? No, but are you upset because you couldn't afford it? Because that's what it sounds. It sounds like you're reversing. You're doing some reverse psychology. That's what it sounds like to me, sis. I'm never pressed, girl. One thing about me, girl, I've been independent since 17 and a half years old, girl. I'm trained. There's trades that I know, girl. If I'm ever pressed for any coin, I would go back to that, then sit here, panhandle, beg, and expect you to give me some things that you can't give yourself. So trust me when I say, you're damn right, my prices that I have is firm. You're damn right, I don't cut corners. No, because no. Now, if you want to do shit in a day's time and you only want me to give you a certain amount of hours, sure. But I can't guarantee that work, because my prices are set by spirit. I know how much time I need to put into certain situations. That's why everybody's case is different. And I'm not going to sit here and invest 21 hours and only get paid for 2. In California right now, it's $11.50 per hour. Can we talk about it? On top of that, getting product. So let's say averagely about 21 hours averagely is about the time I put into an average casework, 21 hours. So you do 1150 times 21. How much is that? Well, let's pull out the calculator. Let's see. Let's see, honey. Let's see how much that is. You know, because you want to calculate and I can't afford that right now. Okay, sis. Okay, that's $253. Now, let's say add to the casework. Let's say I needed some herbs and some other supplies, because herbs are not the only things I use. Gemstones are not the only thing I use, and candles are not the only thing I use. So let's say average supplies for a 20-hour casework will probably be about $120. That is $373. If you look right now on my blog spot for the casework that I charge for 21 days, I charge $360. That's $13 less than what this is for 21 hours. Do you think in 21 days I only donate 1 hour a day to your casework? Because obviously, if you pick 21 days, that is some heavy stuff. You think I've only put away an hour a day for that? I mean, I really want you to ask yourself that. You think so? You think I'd actually put only an hour a day for that? And you practically, some people's rent is that much money. You practically used your rent money to pay me for casework. And you think that I'll sit here and just play games and say, well, let me just put an hour a day up. That's not possible. An hour a day, when there's 24 hours in a day, and within those 24 hours, there's different energies that come throughout that day. I'll be wasting my time and your time. And I'm not about wasting time. I'm not about wasting product and money. That's not what I'm about. Okay. So I'm done with it. Please don't, like I said, I will be blocking and banning and deleting. If you send me an email asking my accept because you can afford to get casework, or if you say, well, you did a video and I feel like the video was for me, don't check me, baby. Don't check me. If you want to check me, send over that consultation fee and check me during that consultation. Don't send me an email and say, well, that video for me because did you get an email saying it was about you? Then no, the hell it wasn't for you then, because I got no problem telling you how I feel. Girl, okay? So let's clarify that. Don't check me to see how I'm feeling about a situation. Don't check me to say, was the video about you? I don't need you to check up on me. You're not my worries. If you are not doing casework together, you are not my concern. Going into people that get, like I said, they hit me up for work and I got to check up on the work. Don't check me and hit me up for that work because listen. I will deduct my fee and my supplies. Anything left over, I will send you back that fund, baby girl, and I will block you and ban you from ever contacting me again. Because I'm not interested in these games, honey. This right here is what makes these people look crazy. They make their hair go gray. You know, potholes all in their damn face because they can't sleep. Because every time you turn around, you call on their phone line with some bullshit. That's why I don't give out my number like that. So y'all could be calling me instead of emailing me, sis. What? Hey, Mystic, I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but I just watched your video and I felt like you were coming for me. And it's like, bitch, did you really just call me at 3 a.m. to check to see was I coming for you? Are you that insecure? Are you that not knowing of yourself? And another thing too, I'm not passive aggressive. If you come to me as a sister to help you, what I look like slapping you? You know what I mean? Like metaphorically speaking, when I look like opening my arms to you, coming over here, sis, help, let me help you get your life together. And I just slap you or pull your hair, or cut your hair while you hugging me. Like, what I look like doing that? Because when you hit me up for spiritual work, I make a contract with you and your spirits like you make one with me and mine. And if we are doing work together and there's bad blood, they call that blah, 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 blah. They call that bad blood for a reason. If you got an attitude with me, I got an attitude with you, and we're doing work together, why the hell would our spirits be allies? Because if you don't like me, that means your spirits don't like me. Because your spirit is going to make you not like me. Hello? The spirits walk with you and interact with you. Let's just break this down and I'm done. When you are doing an archangel, because everybody talk about Archangel Michael, you do a candle to Archangel Michael, you are asking for that energy to be surrounded in the situation that you're doing. Because we all know that Archangel Michael ain't gonna actually appear there, because that's not possible. 20 million people pray to Archangel Michael at one time. How could he be at all 21,000 places at one time? That's not possible. What is happening is you're tapping into that frequency or that energy, and it's pulling something out of you. So going back into your spirits is a frequency that is around you. When someone say you are crowned or you have a head spirit, that means that spirit is always, or you're always on that frequency. You're not going to sit here and say that your head spirit is Thoth or Tehuti and you're dumb as a rock. It doesn't work that way, because you're not attached to that frequency. So that spirit does not walk with you. That energy is not with you. So going back into, like I said, with the spirits that walk with you, if you don't like me, then I can guarantee that your spirits don't like me. And if your spirits don't like me, you don't like me, that means that my spirits and me don't like you. It's just that it's what it is. Or maybe you and your spirits don't like me and my spirits. Because there's people that don't like me that I don't even know them to not like. So, like I said before, I don't play that foo-foo stuff. I don't play that doo-doo stuff. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to collect coin. I'm not here for that. There's other things I can do. I can paint. I can dance. I can get back into modeling, girl. There's a lot of things I can do, girl. Girl, I can look for a sugar daddy. I can say, forget all this shit. Let me act dumb and hi, I'm my God, and get a sugar daddy. I don't even got to work, girl. I don't even got to lift a damn finger. I could give all this shit up, girl, and move to New Jersey with that 61-year-old man that's been chasing me for 3 years, talking about some, let me be your sugar daddy. Let me spoil you. I can easily do that. So why the hell would I be? Yeah, let me just get on YouTube and make some money. On top of that, too, I can work at Walmart. I can work at Dollar Tree. I can work at any place. I don't have a criminal record, honey. Ain't nothing stopping me from getting a job. Now, you ask these other spirituals, there's anything stopping them from getting a job. And maybe you will say that they're pressed because they can't get your money. I can work a job, girl. I got no problem doing that, girl. Hello, I'm trained, girl. Let's talk about it. Honey, hello? You don't know me, girl. Just because you watch my videos, you don't know me. And that's what you get it twisted at. A lot of y'all get that twisted. You don't know me because you see my videos. You don't know me, honey. I'm not about that. So like I said, miss me with that bullshit. Stop it. Are you upset that I couldn't afford your casework? That sounds dumb as hell. Why would I be upset because you couldn't afford my time? Does that even sound right? And this exact same person, to be honest with you, that's why I'm more even blown away. This person sent a certain amount for casework. Okay. And then I explained to them that they will be better off doing it a little longer because it's a serious situation. And I guess they threw a temper tantrum and they said, well, listen, the money I sent you is a donation for all that you've done for me. And I'll hit you back when I get that money. Now, what I thought after that, even thinking about it today, that possibly they did that because they wanted me to say, you know what, thanks for you sending me that. I'll go ahead and do this work for an extended period of time. No, the hell, it doesn't work like that, girl. I know what my spirits want. I know what they need. Offerings and workings, honey, takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of money. If you cannot afford the price that I've quoted you on, then like I said, it's probably not meant for you to get work done with me. But don't sit here and try to swindle me and say, well, all I got is 200 out of that 400 that you need. Is that cool? We could do some work with that, but I'm not going to guarantee the results. Because yeah, Petty Betty spirits do stuff like that. Yeah, Petty Betty spirits do stuff off that guaranteed 2 days and all that. Girl, bye. You know how much energy you have around you, girl? It's not going to penetrate no damn 48 hours because in spirit world, there's no time or space, girl. Oh, that's an illusion. If you've been dealing with something for 7 years, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, you think that it could be penetrated in a matter of 2 days? I don't care how seasoned or powerful that witch is, especially the witches on here being an egotistical person, because the more you are attached to the flesh, the more you are disconnected to the spirit. That's why if you look at the real occultists out there, and you can do your research, there's a lot of them. None of them are on YouTube, though. You look at the real occultists out there that actually led generations, they will say, you have to be halfway in and halfway out. You can't be too in. Too in means you're emotional. Oh, she called me black. I'm offended. Too in means you're too caught up in your thoughts. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Oh my God, oh God, I hope this doesn't happen. You're stressed out. You're worried about your bill that's due next week. Being too out, you get loose. I got magic power. I can walk through walls. I can walk through the door right now. I got power. I can sit on my couch and I can use my electrical energy to unlock my door right now. That's being too out. That also makes you delusional. That's why people say you need grounding. When they say you need grounding, that means you need to come back into your body. When they say live in this moment, that means you need to come back into your body. So I just gave you 2 examples of being out or being in. Real occultists, people that are really, really, really spiritual, are half in and half out. They have the ability, we call that intersection. They have the ability to deal with the mundane world and deal with the spiritual world. You can't be in your flesh and have people thinking that you work with spirits, girl. It doesn't work that way. You can't be too into spirit and yet you're on YouTube. It doesn't work that way neither. Oh yeah, I'm spiritual. But every time you talk, it's through a physical point. And I'm kind of getting off topic with that. My whole point is saying is, honey, stop the bullshit. You want to be with those games, honey, hit somebody else up. Please stop wasting my time. Stop wasting your time. I'm not going to baby you. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh girl, it's okay. No, baby girl, if it's not okay, I'm going to tell you it's not okay. If I think that you're some foo-foo shit, I'm going to tell you that. Okay, I'm not here to sugarcoat things and to baby you. I'm here to give you that change. You've been babying yourself all these damn years. That's why your life has been fucked up now. And you're coming to spirituals to get assistance. Okay, at this point, you need to come up out of that. Grow up. Take responsibilities and accountability for your actions, honey. And if you say, well, I'm not at fault for anything, I'm going to, okay, now that we established that, so now what you gonna do to change your situation? Because going back into that, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, that's not helping it. And like I said, I'm not into that. I'm not into hearing that shit. I'm not into it. I'm not into children, throwing tantrums, or excuse me, adult throwing tantrums. As a grown woman, you better put some grown woman panties on or some grown man boxers on, briefs on, and act your damn age. Because like I said, those tantrums, I don't do that. I will ignore you. And that's what's probably going on with this person too, is that sometimes I saw that they were doing tantrums and I responded back to them and I said, do your work and stop worrying about that shit. Stop worrying about it. They looked at you and rolled their eyes at you. Stop worrying about it. They snapped their fingers. Stop worrying about that shit. Because they're acting like a kid and you're acting like an adult, or at least you should be. Stop worrying about that. Oh, I'm so sad right now because I walked by and they flipped me off. Who cares? Your plan was to be protected and or to get out the situation. And that's your main focus. But like I said before, going back into the cognitive distance, you're going to throw temper tantrums. Shit, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What? Yeah, and that's what's going on with this person right now. She's throwing a tantrum. And she's trying to get me to throw a tantrum. I'm not gonna throw a damn tantrum. Yes, I'm raising my voice to get louder and I'm trying to drill shit into your damn head. But you are not. I have not broke a sweat. I'm still sitting in the same exact spot. I'm not. You're not, girl. You're not moving me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch you have that tantrum because that's part of the growth process, as I said before. But you are not gonna be hitting me up every day with a tantrum. You're not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna listen to it until you decide to do work. Or, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. No, because I have been hearing that. We finished with your work 2 months ago. I've got emails from you, not every day, at least once a week, dealing with your situation. And like I said, it's out of my hands. I'm not doing your work right now. It's out of my hands right now. When you're able to do the work, then you hit me back. When you're able to do that work, then you hit me back. Until that point, like I said, I don't want you to email me and give me updates on that because it's not my concern. Like I said before, when you do court case work, or we do any type of work, the consultation is the initiation. You can ask any questions. We talk about anything. While I do the work, I give you a certain amount of time or a certain amount, like once a week, to hit me up and to give me an update. Once the work is completely done, I tell you to give me an update once the work has fully manifested. I don't need you to say today, hey, I think the work is manifesting, because I noticed that when I went to his house, he had a cake on the counter. Like, I don't need updates like that. My updates is to show me that your work has manifested. That's what I need updates on. What is the process? Has the energy shifted? Not, well, I think it have, because like I said, you get redundant. Sometimes people, they give you those little updates and it's the same stuff. Or, hey, who, ha, yeah. Oh, I just want to say that I did the candles and it's cool, it's smooth. Like, okay, but that's not an update on your results. We're not doing work for you to read the candle and get good readings on the candle. What's the point of getting good readings on the candle and the work have not manifested? I want you to tell me when the work is manifested. If there's anything that's coming up before the work is being manifested and you want to do energy work on that, hit me up when you're ready to do the work. I don't want to hear little side stuff to try to hope that you get sympathy from me. Because like I said, I have compassion, but I don't throw that sympathy stuff out like that. I don't do that. I'm just going to feel sorry for you and let me just do it because I feel sorry. Girl, that fucked me up in the past. There's a lot of people I feel sorry for. There's women out there right now that I used to do work for, that I don't do work for, that was going through horrible situations. We're talking about custody battles, baby daddy making threats to them. We did work on them, and I kid you not, it was all a lie, okay? Even when I questioned them about the work, I mean, the partner was doing stuff, the baby daddy was doing stuff to them, but they were egging on the situation. So they were not being the victim, or they were not turning the other cheek and letting the magic operate. They were messaging. They were showing up to the baby daddy's house and making threats to him. And then they would come back to me and say, oh my God, girl, he threatened to slap me. Oh my God, girl, they pushed me out of the house. And it's like, well, what are you doing in the house anyway? So you see what I mean? Like, no, you girl, No, I don't do that sympathy stuff, girl. I have compassion for you. I want you to win. But like I said, please don't try to play me for a fool because you will get shut down. I will let you know that I know I'm aware of how you trying to play me for a fool, sis. And it doesn't work over here. And that's all I'm going to say. It does not work over here. When you get work done, hit me up for work. I don't want to hear little, well, I think I'm close to getting the work done, or, oh, I couldn't do the work because it's not. You don't got to explain that to me. Okay? You don't have to explain that to me. I don't even do reservations no more. I do first come, first serve. Honey, when I look into that email or that PayPal and I see a payment come through, the first payment that came through, I email them back and we do that. Honey, I don't do that whole, honey, you said you're going to hit me up on Tuesday for some work and you decided not to, and somebody else already hit me up for work on Tuesday, then Wednesday you decide to hit me up, and I say, oh, I'm already doing somebody's work, so I'm going to start yours next thing. You're like, what? I thought you told me on Tuesday. You didn't hit me up on Tuesday, though. Somebody else did. So I already started on their work. That's how I do now, honey. We do first come, first serve. And I can do that. Like I said, who going to check me? You got a problem with that? Hit up another person. There's millions of people on here that claim to be spiritualists. Go ahead and hit them up. You want some real shit? 28spirit8mystic8.blogspot.com. Questions about products and services, 28spirit8mystic8@gmail.com. Spam, long paragraphs will be ignored. Okay? You have questions about videos I made, you can comment on the video and I'll respond back to you. Please keep that out of the email. Like I said before, I get a lot of emails on a day-to-day basis. And to read that, of course, it takes time. Okay? I don't want to be overwhelmed with little tiny emails. Hey, what you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, I just hate that when people do that. Or you put it all in one message. Hey, I think I want to do this. Well, on second thought, I'm not going to do that. Well, I think I am going to do it. It's like, what? I kid y'all not. I get some emails from people like that. There was one email, hey, I think I'm ready to do the work. And then I guess I'd respond back quick enough. Okay, hey, you know what? I think I'm just going to wait. And then an hour later, hey, I am going to go through the work. Where do I send the money at? And it's like, you know what? Yeah, that's a sign right there. I probably shouldn't do the work with you. Because if you're indecisive about the work you're getting done, you're going to be indecisive about things being manifested. You're throwing out confused energy. So, anyway, let me see who's in here. Sis taking like, hello, honey. Yes, Keontae. Come on, honey. Yes, come on, Melly M. Jones. How you doing, honey? You love his accent? Yes, Wata. Yes, it is a guilty conscience. That's what I'm saying. And they were also saying too, Melly, trust me, I'm being honest with you. I never called you a liar. I never said you were a liar. Not one time have I even talked about your situation in any of these videos. That's what you get for assuming. Don't think because I'm saying stuff that, oh, she must talk about me. No, a lot of people think that. I'm telling you, when I get people that hit me up for casework, they even say, you did a video talking about a situation that related to me. And I felt like that was spirit telling me to hit you up to get work done. So you see what I mean? Like, I deal with a lot of people, girl, and I don't have to go through my emails. I don't have to come on here and call them all and say, can you tell them I'm doing casework for you right now? I don't have to do that. If I call somebody anything, I say anything, don't assume it's for you. Because like I said, I'm not even going to be responding to your emails now. This is going to be the last email, the last response to anybody. Was that video for me? If you didn't get an email, it was not for you. And where you get check-in from? If it was about you, what you going to do? Go make a fake review? What you gonna do? Join the my hater side? Like, what you gonna do? If it was for you, like, girl, stop playing with yourself, girl. I have no problem telling you, listen, sweetie, it's not gonna work out. I got no problem saying, listen, sweetie, you're doing a little too much. I got no problem saying, listen, girl, you messed yourself up. I got no problem saying that, especially if we've already said that in emails. And this person in particular that I'm talking about right now, I have said that in emails. We've been so open, we've been so vocal. And like I said before, now I'm starting to think that there's something up with you. Like, now I'm starting to question everything now. Like, there is something there. That's what I'm starting to feel. I don't know if that's intuition or if that's just me, but I'll look into it on Wednesday. But I feel like there's something there now because you're putting words in my mouth. I'm not offended that you didn't get work done. I'm not offended that I don't think you're lying because you say you couldn't afford the work. Hell, if you can't afford the work, you can't afford the work. Even if you are lying to me and say you can't afford the work, I don't care. I'm not giving a deal. honey, especially for the type of work that you want done. When it's heavy work, it's heavy work. Honey, we're not about to sit here and be like, well, yeah, for some heavy work, I'll take half of that. No, the hell we don't. Because like I said, I got myself messed up before with my spirits. Honey, I don't play that. You want to cut short, you get cut short. That's what I tell y'all. Save your coin. Even when it goes to other spirituals, don't be trying to pawn jewelry. Don't be trying to go borrow money from family to get work done with these spiritual people. Because at the end of the day, that's desperation, and spirits does not operate off of desperation. Let spirit, every day your prayer should be, spirit, I need to get work done with Mystic, or I need to get work done with a spiritualist. Can you make a way for me to get this work done? That's all you do. And it will work out. But don't sit there and be like, I think, oh, let me hit Mystic up, because I know she got nothing else better to do but sit here and just read this long ass email. And the email ain't really about shit. I just want to tell her that I think I'm doing the work tomorrow. Like, I don't need that. Go to the blog stop, purchase the consultation. Like I said, if we already had the consultation, purchase the work. If we have had the consultation more than 21 days, I've extended it. 21 days. You have within 21 days in certain instances to get your work done after you had your consultation. If we had a consultation more than 21 days ago, you have to get consultation work done again before we get started on that work. The whole purpose of the consultation is for me to evaluate where you're at right now, what is your thought process right now, and also me get some insight on what's going on, because sometimes you don't even need to get magic done to get results. Sometimes it takes a little physical work. There's people that come to me that wanted to do magic, spiritual work. I quoted them a price, and we actually did the consultation. I said, baby girl, you don't even got to do magic on that. Honey, you go down here, do that right there, and we can do some work to secure that, but you don't have to get work done. You can go down and actually do that physically. And I always tell people, let spiritual stuff be your last resort. If you tried making amends with your long lost lover and it did not work out via phone, email, or meeting up with them, that's when you leave it alone and you let spirit do the job. Checking on it, giving them phone calls, checking their Facebook, checking their Instagram, that does not help you, sis or bruh. In fact, that digs the hole deeper for you. You don't chase nothing. You sit and be still. Hello. Can we talk about it? Can I give you that scripture too? Where it says, be still, honey. Sit and be still. Girl, let the universe work for you. Everybody is so physical. It's not about physical shit. Well, this is not happening fast enough. Let me give her a call to see. No, that's a no. No, you're not going to give her a call, because now you're dealing with the laws of the physical, and that will offend people. Come on now. I told you. I had a guy reach out to me that I haven't talked to in a very long time, and it made me uncomfortable. It freaked me out. No, I didn't call the police because I don't do that, but it really freaked me out. So that's why I'm like, honey, if you're trying to get in contact with long lost people, or you're in Starbucks, because this happened before, and you see a man you like, girl, you're not going to be stalking him. Hey, I seen him at Starbucks at 5:00. Let me go back every day at 5:00, see him. I can see him there. Now that's stalking. Now that becomes a crime. Now that puts you in a whole new realm. Instead, know that he goes to Starbucks every Tuesday at 5:00. And instead of you actually going out there to do it physically, you do some work so that spirit could make it to where y'all cross paths and he actually approach you. Stop trying to be seen. No tea, no shade. Stop trying to be seen. Well, I want to see if they still there. Oh my God, I'm so distraught. Of course you're gonna be distraught because you're not letting spirit do the job. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money too, because you're getting spiritual work done and you want to do the mundane way. I'm looking for this scripture right here. Peace be still. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about peace be still? Huh? Can we talk about it? Ow. I want you to say, Mark 4:39, New King James Version. Then he arose and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Now, this is metaphorically, and I'm not going to break that down for you. But listen to that scripture. Read that scripture several times and see what Spirit is telling you. Okay? It speaks about the wind and it speaks about the water. What is water and what is wind? Metaphorically speaking. What would that stand for? What would the wind stand for? What would the water stand for? Huh? Hello? Can we talk? So I need you to quiet thyself down and I need you to stop trying to stress a bitch out because I don't deal with stress. I'm telling you, I don't deal with stress, honey. I will block, ban, and delete before I let you make me go bald or make my hair turn gray or lose any time of sleep. I'm losing sleep right now, actually going over this, but it's fine because I'm waking up to coin. How? Miss Thing, and it's not about the coin, but I'm just saying, girl, it's worth stand up talking because either way, girl, it is what it is. Okay, hello, okay, bitch, stop playing with me. Okay, stop playing with me, girl. Hello, Tangalang. People are a mess. People are a mess, honey. Yes, feed your spirit, not your enemy. Come on, Melly. Yes. Sometimes rituals are 3 days, sometimes they're days. Yes. And you go with spirit. See, I consult. See, you consult with me, the intercessor, and I consult with the spirits. Okay. The spirits will tell me how long to do something for and how to go about doing it. You see what I mean? And it is what it is. Some things could be done in hours, some things could be done in days. But I tell you this right here, things that are done in hours, candle magic won't get you that. It takes more than just that. I've seen videos online that give Saint Expedus for a reason. Let's give this an example. I have not worked with Saint Expedus in like 5 or 6 years. Where you see a lot of videos on Saint Expedus workings, where people did a prayer to Saint Expedus, got their new car, got their money. Woohoo! Happened in 3 days. Praise your God, right? And people are like, well, see, that's candle magic. So da da da. Well, not really. Because while you're working with Saint Expedus, you're quieting yourself down and you're actually prepping yourself for what it is you're asking for. And there's a whole bunch of tea. And I'm gonna say this because a lot of people have done the Saint Expedus prayer and they didn't get that new car, that new house, or that job that they wanted. Does that mean that it wasn't meant for them to have it? No. Does that mean that God didn't want to bless them with that? No. You have to prepare. You have to calculate. Everything is a calculation, sweetie. You don't just wake up. I hope not. You don't just wake up and go to work. Before you go to work, there's a ritual you do, right? You wake up, you yawn, stretch, get out of bed, slowly walk your ass to that bathroom, brush your teeth, look in the mirror while you brush your teeth, looking at yourself like, good morning, self. You know, after you don't brush your teeth, you wash your whole damn face, or if you're in a shower, you do it all at the same time. Then you, jump in the shower, do your little tea, get out, dry yourself off, and the whole time you're thinking about your day. The whole time, whether you know it or not, you're thinking about your day. What am I gonna do today? Oh, I'm gonna go to work today. I'm gonna see John. I'm gonna see Jacob. I'm gonna see yes. Yes. You prepared yourself for the day that is coming. Yes. Thought is energy, magic. Words is energy, magic. And you actually doing what you do is energy / magic. So let's talk about it. So what you're not gonna do and what you cannot do is say, I'm only gonna light a candle. I'm gonna meditate with that candle, and what I'm asking for is gonna come. Girl, bye. You're taking a chance with that. You're taking a chance with that. You're taking a good chance with that. Trust me. Uh-oh. You're taking a chance with that. If you're just burning candles and that's all you're doing and you're expecting something great to come from only burning that candle, one candle in 1 day or 2 days, honey, 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 you got some teas to learn. But either way, yes. Wind is thought, and wind is also words, Tasha. Wind, like I said before, get into the ancient Egyptian god of wind. Get into the Genesis where it says that the spirit slash wind of God surfaced above the deeps. Can we talk about it? And then it says that in the beginning, thought was with God. Can we talk about it? Thought was the first thing. So wind is actually thought. Wind is actually words, you speaking. Peace be still is another way of saying shut up. Peace be still is also saying stop thinking. Peace be still is calming yourself down and being in that moment, not thinking about nothing. Can we talk about it? And if you need to focus on something to clear that mind out, do that. But that's what that means. That whole scripture speaking about the waters and the winds being calmed down. Like you said, water is emotion. Water is the flow of energy. Okay? Two deadly things together, metaphorically, would be water and air or water and wind. Think about hurricanes and tsunamis and tornadoes. What are they made from? Earthquakes are also deadly too, but still, think about that. Think about what is a hurricane? What is a hurricane? What makes a hurricane? Girl, bye. You better ask somebody. What you're not and what you cannot do, like I said before, is be in chaos and expect to manifest. Be in chaos and expect spirit to talk to you. Also, going into that too, if you get work done with the spirituals to do your own work, you should be meditating any damn way so spirit can come to you and tell you exactly what's going on. And that's why a lot of y'all getting fooled too, because you don't do that. You saying, let me let this girl do my work and I'm gonna do my thing. No, baby girl, I wish I would let somebody do my work, honey. I'm gonna be sitting here praying and meditating the whole damn day. Not only does that feed your energy so that you can get what you want quicker, but that also gives you insight. What are they doing? God will show you. Trust me. Trust me. The Spirit will show you. You get work done with me, the Spirit will show you what I'm doing. Now, some things I purposely shut off, but you will see that I'm doing work for you. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You won't see everything because, like I said, what I do over here is not really your damn business. You know, we get nasty, we get raw over here. Yeah, hello. We get dirty, dirty. Can we talk about it? We do dirty, dirty, but yet we come out so clean, and that's what you got to get. What? Because you're being cute and sweet and polite and doing light stuff, you know, walking around thinking you the shit. So now people want to get nasty. They want to put up these energies and these frequencies, which you hello, light worker pulling from darkness, light worker pulling from heavy energy. I've been saying that for 3 years. That's what type of person I am, honey. A light person pulling from that heavy energy. We get things done. We don't play games, honey. We're not burning candles and taking people's casework money just to see if it's going to work. And when I say we, me, and when you hit me up, we're working this together. Hello, I'm assisting you. We don't just take chances. Mystic, well, here's $300. Let's see if this is going to work. What? Excuse me? Does that even sound right to you? Somebody said, well, if you give me $300, you could win a chance. You could win the chance of winning $300. That's what that sound like. Or, well, give $300 and possibly I'll do the work for you. Yeah, we don't do that. Magic is not about chance. That's gambling. Gambling is not magic, honey. Yeah. Taking chances is a game of luck, not magic, sweetie. When magic is done, things get done. Hello. Hello. When magic is done the correct way, things get done. Look at the track record of other spiritualists and see what they got to say about that. See if they said that your things didn't manifest because they didn't give them enough money. See if they tell you that your things did not manifest because God said it wasn't time. Well, you didn't say that before you got that money. You didn't do a reading on the casework before you got started on the casework. That's a fool. I tell you this and I'll say this again. Before I get on anybody's casework, I go in to see what's going on because you're not going to tell me everything. You're not going to upfront tell me, Mystic, my baby daddy hit me and I want you to shut him down. But yes, I called him out of his name. You're not going to tell me that. So I got to go in and spirit got to show me, yeah, she's antagonizing him. Yeah, she calls him and threatened him and say that if he doesn't come over and see the kids, that she's going to tell everybody that he's gay. Yeah, that would make a man mad. Hell yeah, I would. Girl, bye. And that's illegal too, by the way. Bribery and blackmailing is against the law. If you don't know that, in all 50 states too, if you don't know that, if you don't know that, especially when it comes to money, bribing and blackmail is against law. That's why I told that girl who was blackmailed by one of these spiritualists that hit me up about 2 weeks for work, 2 weeks ago for work. I told her you can legally report that spiritualist who blackmailed you and told you that if you don't give that coin, I'm going to expose all your tea. Girl, file that police report. And remember, when you do that, you got to have proof. Just a heads up. Girl, there's no blackmailing and bribing, honey. But anyway, I'm gonna go, honey. There you go. You said it, Melly. No, no, people over talk spirit. And that's another thing too. I think that with this person that's going on, because she is wise, she is also spiritual. I think she's going through something and she's not recognizing the change. That's called a shift of energy. She's not recognizing that as that. She's dwelling in it. And like I said before, she's setting herself up for a fail, not to succeed. Things happen to show you that things are changing. Let's say, for example, you asked for a new job or you had a whole bunch of people that bothered you. Let's say this. And when you start doing energy work, just so happened these people that started bothering you, things started getting even more heavy with that. That is a sign to you that the energy that you cleared is pulling things in. And once those things come in, because everything has to come out in the rinse, what you're trying to manifest is beyond what is distracting you. And people don't understand that. Going back into anything, okay? You will feel a shift of energy. Going back into testimony that Adrian just gave, he felt something different in his apartment. With anything, that's not even with magic. When things are about to change, you get a warning. The Bible speaks of warning before destruction. Okay, that's what the Bible speaks of. When there's something going to go down, your spirits will let you know, and you will say, something feel different. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? When I was robbed in 2008, that's what I said. Something feel different. It looked like it was nighttime at 3 p.m. In my mind, I felt like it was getting dark. Honey, I thought I was in a damn twilight zone. That was my spirits warning me. Girl, don't go down there. There's something going on. So we get the warning, but sometimes you misread the warning because you're too caught up in your own tea. You don't trust the process. You're not doing the work that you said you're doing. If you are, you're not in it. You're just doing it. You're just burning candles. You're wasting your time. You have to believe in what you're doing. If you believe in what you're doing, all other things will die out. That's a must. Let's talk about energy. You feed energy. You feed things, energy, by thoughts and words and actions. Like I said before, going into my haters, not once have I ever reported, not once have I ever went to the channel, did anything crazy to any of their channels, because that's still feeding them. That's still giving them energy. Now, thinking about it is totally different, because what I'm thinking about and what I'm saying is still going through a filter system. So by the time it hits you, it's only 2%. Now, for me to really get things going, because I can conjure up. That's what conjuring summonings mean. A conjurer means that you can tap into frequency and raise it up. When I get into that, oh, you will feel that, baby. And I don't got to do that publicly. I wouldn't do that because, like I said, everybody who's listening to it won't be receptive to it. So that kills off that energy. Going back into what me and Adrian talked about, how you don't tell the right hand what the left hand is doing. You don't tell people, I'm doing work on manifesting a house, a car, a job, and all that, and you haven't even manifested it yet. You don't do that. Because people will think, oh, bitch, here we go again. All that's negative energy. So what you want to do is you want to tap into, let me stop. I'm about to be educating on that, honey. I'm not going into that, girl. I'm not going into that. Listen, y'all, I gotta go, honey. I gotta go. I gotta wake up early. I got things I gotta do. I got a busy day today. Shout out to those of you out there who got some casework done. And I hope that you all got my emails, for those of you who did the new moon ritual. And yes, Please wait for my update. As I said before, do not email me to confirm that the work is being done. Do not email me to get updates. Hey, how's things looking on your end? Don't do that because I'm not working for you. I'm working with you. So the work I do on my end is separate from the work you do on your end. So instead of you worrying about what I'm doing on my end and how I'm doing it, you should be doing work on your end. Everybody who get casework done with me, I send you an instructional video before I get started on it. So while I'm doing the work, you could be doing the work too. Can we talk about it? If you don't want to do work, you can be preparing for the work to come through. But do not say, hey, it's been 5 days. Have you did work? Because I'm thinking I'm feeling something. Don't do that shit because I'm going to ignore you, sis. I'm going to ignore you, bruh. Okay. Now let me go. Let me see. Let me see who's up in here. One more time. Oh, did I exit out of that? Damn. Let me see what's in here and I'm out of here. And I'm out of here. Okay? And I'm out of here. Okay. Yes, come on, Red. Yes, come on, Adrian. Come on, honey. No, I don't have a holy stone or a hag stone. Nope, I don't have that, Adrian. That's right, honey. Have a blessed day, everybody. Yes, you go ahead and send that, Adrian, honey, because I do not have one. But yes, you guys, I'm gonna step out. I did get emails from two of you booked a reading earlier today. I did get the email. I will be responding. I'm currently doing casework, so I'm not doing readings currently right now. I will be setting that up for possibly Sunday of this week. So if you're listening out there and you booked a reading yesterday, like I said, I will be setting some up for after Sunday because I'm doing heavy casework and I'm in that space right now. And that's why also, even on the blog spot, it says on certain days I do readings, on certain days I do caseworks, on certain days I do different types of casework. Because of course, when you're doing nasty stuff or you're doing heavy energy work, you have to be in that space. So I don't want to be, you know what I mean, doing some heavy energy work and then giving readings on love matters or whatever. I don't want to be in that space. Also, like I said, it helps me too, because if I'm in that spirit realm or I'm dealing with that spiritual energy and you come to me for a reading, some things might come up that I don't really want to know about. Like how you have, you know, sexual experiences with people. I don't really want to know that. So that's why for myself, okay, I make sure that I do my readings on certain days and I tell you to get ready. But we don't do that every day. I don't do readings every day of the week. No. I got to get myself in that space. Also, like I said, to shut down energy. So I'm not picking up extra tea. Now, sometimes it's beneficial when I give readings to people and other energies come in, because sometimes, a good example, a woman was concerned about her job and something came up for love life. And this was just last month, April. She did a reading on her job and something came up on love life. And she said that was actually going to be my second question because she had 3 questions. And when she asked that second question, the third question was coming through in the second reading. And she's like, see, I was only trying to ask about the work. I wasn't trying to go into all that. Exactly. But spirit will show me what I need to see. Okay. It is what it is. On top of that, sometimes I see shit I don't want to see. Like I said before, I've seen some stuff. I heard some stuff through the spiritual grapevine. And I said, girl, I don't want to know that. I don't want to see that, sis. Going into some of these people that be trying to attack me, girl. I'm like, girl, I don't even think they're human. But I'll just leave that alone, honey. Yeah, shape-shifting reptilians, honey. Hello! You know, they say there's different type of aliens. Well, there is. And those type of aliens right there, you don't want nothing to do with because they bottom feeders. Hello! Would you want a basic alien that only speaks one language and could barely keep one foot in front of the other? Or do you want an alien that speaks multiple languages and can shapeshift into anything that needs to shapeshift into? Hello! Anyway, let me go because y'all ain't going to catch that tea. Y'all going to misread that tea. Let me go, honey. Happy Wednesday. Is it Tuesday? Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, gosh darn it. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Today's my day. Yes, yes. Happy Wednesday. Hey, hey. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Let me. Happy, happy Wednesday, Wednesday. Anyway, bye for now, honey. Yes, speak later. Bye, everybody. Love and light, peace and blessings, honey, to you all. And I think before I go too, listen, if you take anything that I say offensively or you said as, oh my God, this bitch is so harsh, we're not compatible. Okay. I don't know how, I can't be fake. I can't be phony. I can't be like, I don't mind if y'all send me emails and read me down. I don't mind if you guys assume things about me. I can't be like that, honey. Okay, I'm going to tell you how I feel. If that bothers you, keep it moving. Go to a bitch that will read you down and act like, hi, I love you, baby. I can't stand this bitch. This girl's so sick. Look at her. She trying to get this man back, knowing he don't want her ass, and she over here wasting her damn time. Hey, honey, can you send me $300 more to get this man back? Because the spirit is telling me that we need to put some heavier stuff on him. Ooh, dumb B. Ooh, she's so dumb. She's so dumb. She wants this man. She know this man don't want her. See, I don't do that, honey. I'll tell you, if we should do the work, we should do the work. If it's worth it or it's not worth it. If it's not worth you spending your money on some work, I will let you know. Listen, it's not worth it. Save your coin. Let's do work on you getting another person. In fact, there's a woman out there, and I won't go into it. She could come into it if she wants to, where she wants to do work on a man. And I told her, don't waste your time. Let's do work on you finding another man. And it actually worked. She actually went on a date with a man, and now she's with that man. Hello. So we don't sugarcoat just to get money from you, girl. Girl, bye. Anyway. Bye for now, honey.